So apparently we're live. This is a very loose stream. A record album is a terrible thing to waste. I don't know why I chose that title, but it seemed apropos to the moment here. This is just a very loose hangout for a couple hours. We'll see if it goes well. I did this 8 days ago, and
8 days a week.
My side my sidekick, no, the moderator here is Louis from Texas, somewhere in Texas. We're not sure where. He won't admit where. And
we don't want to dox him, but it's not far from where Kennedy
this
was
is a music. This is a music stream, and it's not just a hangout for
Hello,
people
Dave.
to hang out. This is very limited, very exclusive. You have to be behind the velvet rope, and I have
you got to grease some.
I have a doorman. You know, if you don't act or look or be the right way,
wait. Look, if you don't look the right way,
there's not much politically happening here, although there may be a little bit, but it's music. We're going to talk music and just hang out. And
can I show the records I picked up at the?
Well, wait, but there's an opening act. I'm warming.
Okay, you do your monologue there, Jay.
I'm warming up the audience because the audience has to walk in. You know, they're getting to their seats. They're coming on board.
Hi, Nick. Easy now. Hi, DJ. Andy. Are you ready? Nick, Andy, let's go.
Do we have to delete Harry?
Nathan, hello, everybody.
So exactly 3 weeks from today, right now, I will be in the air on my way to London, England. To the
8 miles high.
I am so excited. I went back with my Airbnb host today, updated some things. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm trying to do some special things when I'm there, aside from meeting up on the Saturday with some VC people.
Get one of those books on. Well, you don't even need a book.
Like, what? I got the heckler in the front row here, Louis.
Yeah,
You can translate languages with your phone now, so you won't be out of place there.
Harry has an objection to the opening monologue, but doesn't want to.
I just want
to say it.
If anybody in the UK is watching now, have the price of chip buddies gone up?
What the hell is a chip buddy?
Hello.
Chip bucket buddies and bacon buddies. You know, you're welcome to come up. Mike, I can send you a link if you're free. You know,
I sent it to him.
Okay, I don't know what his. He used to like me, and now he's my heckler. He's my main heckler.
No, I mean, maybe he doesn't like either of us because he fucking is ruthless to me.
He's gotten cranky lately, hasn't he?
I'm still suspecting he's joking, but
I have a Duckhorn Cabernet, Mike, from Alexander Valley, California. This is a Sonoma Cabernet.
This is a Diet Coke circa 2024 on ice.
Same, delicious.
Okay, I do have another announcement. Aside from 3 weeks today going to London, I've decided this year not to go to New York in the fall. So I'm not doing the New York trip. I did it last year. I decided after.
Did you spend too much money on records?
Last year? No, you know what it is? The hotel Airbnb situation is so crazy there. And I just figured, I just was there and I love New York. I used to go every year for work. But I haven't been to Los Angeles I haven't been to Los Angeles since 2019. So 5 years. I used to go 3 times a year for work. I haven't been there. So it looks like around October 24th for 3 days, I'm going to Los Angeles finally. So all you in LA area, looks like I'm staying in Hollywood. I have points at a hotel I'm allowed to stay at.
News does not please the court.
So I'm going to Los Angeles. I want to arrange a VC lunch at Musso and Frank. So anyway, so I'm not going to New York this fall. I'm going to Los Angeles and doing that. So
is that going to be around November?
I literally, if you were paid attention, you weren't so stoned. I literally said October 24th, 3 nights, a Thursday through Sunday.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Last time I haven't been in Pasadena in a long time, but I used to go because Michelle's family lived there, so we used to go there in the '90s and stay in Pasadena all the time. But you could come to Hollywood. We could do a Musso and Frank's lunch, but I'll have to have a commitment because what happens when you do a large
Oh,
group?
God, here we go.
You make a reservation, people flake out. So none of this bullshit that you don't commit and then you all of a sudden the day before you want to show up. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
You got to commit. Be aggressive. Be
Bastards.
assertive.
Mazzy-
I hate when they do that
Mazzy
shit.
bitched about this at every meal we had for at least
Yeah,
30
totally
minutes.
You know,
Yeah.
because
You
everyone's
know, we were
so-
all there
someone
with
has-
him.
someone has to be the producer, the road manager in these things, right?
Well, if I'd have known it was going to be such a fucking problem, I would have volunteered to do it.
Someone's got to be Brian
Yeah,
Epstein.
Musso, isn't it Musso and Frank? What's the
It's
question
funny.
mark? What is the question? Isn't it Musso and Frank?
I don't know.
Am
No
I
one
wrong?
but you would know this, or somebody who lives there.
I mean, am I wrong?
I don't know. But Harry, will you ask fucking Chris why I had to twist his arm to come and hang out with me on stream? Why he's being such a fucking bastard about hanging out with me?
Well, I think he probably had done it in the past.
That's true.
All right, I'm getting more Diet Coke. Fuck you guys.
So this is primarily a music stream. Oh, we have 89 people watching. Thank you for coming. I don't do a lot of these, but we did one 8 days ago, and it went pretty well. So I might do these more irregularly in a way. It's music centric. Occasionally, politics and everything else will slip in, but it's music centric. It doesn't have to be all liberal heroes. It can be anybody, but it is by invite or by request and invite. We're not going to just post the stream for people.
Yeah, it's only for us elitists, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't want
arugula
common
eating
folk.
elitist, red wine drinking West Coasters, and Texans. Texans, the right Texans.
Oh,
So,
And people, here's the deal.
Are you
People
done
with
with
a
the
sense of
monologue?
humor. What?
Yeah.
are you done with the monologue now? Can I show some records?
Yeah, people with a sense of humor are okay.
So
Yes.
if you didn't, for those who didn't already watch my video, 2 years ago,
Which
I
is
gave
probably
a guy a
everybody
card,
here.
and I said, "Do you have?" I went to his garage sale, and I said, "Do you have records?" He says, "Yeah, I do, but I'm not ready to sell them." I always have a business card, and I give it to him. I say, "If you change your mind, call me." He called me 2 years later. He says, "I got a bunch of jazz records. We're doing a garage sale tomorrow. I'll put them aside for you so you get first look at them." I said, "Okay." So I pull up.
Mazzy, if you had it right,
I
you just had
pull
to.
up. And I got 37 of these
Yes.
in beautiful condition. Okay,
Of
so
the same record?
I got all 37 different titles.
Oh, different titles. Okay.
I said, "What do you want for all of them?" He said, $400.
It's a steal, bro.
So I bought them all. So these are the ones I kept. Okay, the ones I
Ooh.
didn't keep, basically, Louis has bought all of them.
Ha ha.
What did Louis pay for the ones he bought?
That's a secret that you're not allowed to know,
Well,
Doctor.
well,
You don't
Louis
ask
owns-
people how much they're getting
This is
paid.
good. I
Doc.
really like this one here.
You
Yeah,
don't
it's
ask people. You don't talk to people about money, how much they're getting paid.
So what I did is I went through and played
Hang on.
each one.
Can you do this?
There's a lot
Can you
of
do
these
this?
I'm not familiar with, but the ones that I played it and I said, "Oh, I
Nice.
like that. I'm going to keep it."
Can you do the thing where we can see everyone at the same time, Mazzy?
I'm trying to. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, do I need to
So if
step
you
in
have
here?
any
Yeah,
comments
you step in.
on these, and
Make
this was
Harry
good.
big, but not the full screen big.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
But how do I do it with Harry?
Drag Harry over to the you just drag him. There you
There you
go.
go.
Boom.
oh man.
That's great.
I think there was 2 of these, and I sold one to Elk Boy.
I
Elk
like
Boy
that.
got 2 the very first day.
You don't even like jazz.
I have a lot of jazz.
Hey, I got a secret for you.
That's a great one.
Nobody fucking likes jazz.
I
I
love
love
jazz.
jazz.
This
I
is
like-
just
he had
this is
that
just something
one,
we
75th
do.
anniversary, and he had some 80th,
Hey,
80th
wait, Harry,
anniversary.
slow the
Oh,
fuck
there you go.
down. Go back to something else.
Alligator Boogaloo.
That is my number one all-time favorite jazz album.
Is it really?
Yes,
Okay, cool. Why? What is it about it?
because it's the same period and players pretty much, or not all of them, not Bill Evans, but as Kind of Blue, but it's better
Okay. Okay.
for me, just for me, for my personal taste.
Ooh, have you listened to that?
I have not played this one yet. No.
That'll set your hair on
Oh
fire.
yeah, that's good.
Well, I mean, I played it just to say, okay, I like it, I want to keep it, but not the whole
Okay.
thing. This one I actually liked. I was surprised.
Oh, that's great.
Looks great.
I'm not a big fan of Jimmy Smith, or typical organ kind of stuff usually, but there's enough going on there that I like that one.
It's funky, it's soulful, it's party music, it's fun. Oh, that's a great record, The Kicker.
Yeah, it is.
First time on vinyl. This is
Oh, that one.
the CD has 2 more songs than the vinyl. Why didn't they just make it a double album?
Because
Does it
it
cost
costs
$20
too much. And that
Oh.
wasn't on the, no.
Yeah, well, come on. Why do it then if you're not going to put every song?
Because
on?
it's a tone poet, it gets expensive, and
Yeah. And then the last one that I kept was one that Louis wanted to buy, and I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm keeping that one."
No, I have
That's
that.
good.
I said I don't want
that's
it.
right,
I
you
have
did
it.
have that. Yeah, well, and here's the other thing. The guy says, "Now I've also got rock and roll." He said, "I haven't had a chance to put that stuff together." He said, "But I'll call you when I'm ready." He
And
says,
who
"I
is
got
this
some
guy?
of those. What do they call them?" He says, "They call them UHQR things, I think." So he's
Who is
got
this
some
guy?
high end.
Who
He's
is
just
this?
a guy I met at a garage sale. I bought a pocket knife from him
So
2
is
years
this the
ago.
guy that who sells appliances that fall off the back of a truck in Midtown?
No, he's a regular guy. Just
Getting rid of shit, man.
Yeah.
Mind your own business.
Well, you
man.
gave him
Okay.
more than he would have gotten at any
Louis,
rate.
are you going to handle that now? You're going to do this, right? Okay. You're not going to touch
I'll
it.
try. I'll try.
But pay attention. Don't go to fall asleep.
Oh, fucking I'll try. Jesus Christ.
No.
Yes, I can't wait till this
Do
guy
not
calls
say
me
the
with his
name of
rock and
Lord
roll
in
stuff.
vain.
I specifically asked him if he had
What
any
Lord?
Led Zeppelin, and he said, "Yeah, I do." I said, "I'm looking for one specific Led Zeppelin 2, and if you have it, I'll give you pretty good money for it." He says, "Oh, you're looking for that RL one, right?"
So
I
he
said, "Yeah."
knew.
So he knows his stuff,
That's good.
Is he
but
an
he
old
said he
guy?
doesn't have any RLs.
Is he an old guy?
No, he's probably late 40s, maybe 50.
He must have money just falling out of his pockets if he's selling all those for $400.
We could
I
speculate.
couldn't believe it. And there was a guy that walked up to the table just as I came there, and I said, "Hey, I'm Harry. I'm here to look at the records." He goes, "Oh yeah, they're in my truck. Let me go over here." And
They're in his
the guy
truck?
that walked up says, "Can I look at those when he's done?" But there was nothing left to look at.
Yeah.
Oh man, took them all.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
good for you though. You know
What did Louis get? Can you show us Louis' pile, or did you already
I've
show
already
us?
mailed them.
Okay, cool. Well, Louis can do that when he gets them then.
in
Nice.
transit.
I might, let's see.
Oh yeah, you've got some more that I have procured.
So just a reminder, everyone. I want to thank you for coming. This is a very loose, semi-often live stream. I don't host these very often. We got 104 people watching. That's very wonderful. Thank you very much. Be respectful in the gallery. And if you come, the people that are up here, please. Dr. Robert, please be respectful. Chris and
Well,
Louis and Harry.
I'll do my best. I'm not
Louis
making
got
Please,
some-
have a sense of humor, okay?
This one.
What are
Yeah.
these? Are these ones you're
These
keeping?
are the ones that Louis got. I put as many in the first box as I could. I got to do a second
Okay.
box.
Oh, the
Nice.
prisoner.
Yeah,
Prisoner. I like the prisoner.
Yeah.
And
That's a killer.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw
did
my-
you say you did get this the C&I?
I have that already. He did get one.
Okay, yeah.
Cheers, Joey. Hi, Joey.
Joey,
How's it going?
welcome, man.
So you're on a 2-day off.
Hey, Joey, how you doing?
You leave
Good.
tomorrow for the next leg.
Yeah, I'm out of here tomorrow.
Where are you going next?
Phoenix to can't wait for the temperature difference.
Is
And
Mike
then-
going to come to the show? Do you think?
What?
Do you think Mike Ingrew is going to come to the show?
I was thinking of actually just calling, and because I can't, I'm in YouTube jail, so I can't message him that
Oh.
way. But yeah, I'm gonna reach out to him and
Yeah.
just
If
tell
you
him.
want to send me a text, I can forward a text too. So
Let's do that. But yeah, I'm
send me
gonna try
details,
getting-
and I'll, I can respond to both of you, whatever.
Roger that. And then Fort Collins and Denver after that.
Nice.
The
What-
links will be in your email, DJ.
What venue you playing in Denver, man?
The Bluebird Theater. That's our favorite spot. It's sold out.
Oh, that's so cool.
So how was the Nashville show?
Better than expected. And
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, my phrase was, Nashville. Who knew? It wasn't sold out. It's kind of a weird shaped room. It's like a oblong shape, and they make the band go the short way, which means that music just kind of bounces around wildly. And it had an upstairs deck that, where you kind of look down. I think they were trying to make it feel like the Ryman Theater a little bit, but it was good. Honestly, the people there that worked at the club were amazing, so that helped. But the shows right before and right after were both sold out, so it was a good connector show. Let's put it that way.
There's cool people everywhere.
There is.
Is the second leg going better than the first, or about the same, or what?
No, I think we halfway through the first leg is when we caught fire. Like Chicago is when it kicked in. And then from Chicago out, that was amazing. And just the second half has just been a little bit more kind of even keeled. Let's put it that way. Nobody's getting COVID and all that kind of stuff. So it's been good. It's been very good.
Would you rather be on the bus or would you rather fly?
That's not a real question, is it, Louis?
I don't know, man.
A bus, dude.
Yeah. I feel like I'd rather be on the bus, but I don't know.
It take the flying and all. You got to wake up at the crack of dawn, and you don't get to sleep in. Like when you're on a bus, you can sleep in till sound check if you want.
When you're flying, though, how's the gear get moved?
So
you're never gonna believe this, Harry.
The way we're doing it is there's two crew members that drive a Sprinter with all the gear to wherever the first show is. They pick us up, the band members and the tour manager, at the first town, and then we drive from town to town in the Sprinter. The same people get to fly back, and then the Sprinter crew, like they are driving to Denver, basically, right now, and then Phoenix we're going to use rented backline.
Okay, that's more of a complicated answer than I thought. I was going to make fun of Harry and say all the gear flies too, but I was wrong.
No.
Oh my God, you couldn't afford to fly at the gear.
No,
I guess not. Well, I don't know. I mean, we got rock stars fucking flying around the country and shit. I don't know.
But you get to a point. There's a certain economic.
Exactly.
A break-even point, if you will.
Yep. Yeah. And it's not just economic. It's a crisis of lost pieces or whatever.
We would do, a lot of my photographers would travel on these big advertising shoots, and literally they would have 15 to 20 cases of gear, C-stands, how heavy those things are, camera cases, anvil cases. I mean, it would cost about $2,000 to $3,000 for each one-way ticket just for the gear.
Right.
For excess baggage, and if you went out of the country, that's a whole different thing. You have to get a carnet. You have to log everything, so you can't bring more in than you're taking out. It's not cheap.
Right. Yeah. No, it's not. Did you get to the age of Pelican versus Anvil? Anvils are like
what they used to do is the Speedo. They used to use Speedo packs, camera light packs. These Speedo packs for the light strobes. Those were in Anvil cases. All the cameras are in Pelican cases.
Is this some sort of Illuminati secret code that we're not
exactly. I'm going to answer. Let me answer this question.
I'm saying
I do have.
You got to put some of these comments up there.
I have a signed book, and I have a big picture that I bought at a May Pang show, or Michelle gave to me as a birthday present, maybe 15 to 20 years ago, of May Pang when her Polaroid book came out, and it's a 16 by 20 photo from the Polaroid of John holding the camera, looking in an angle. That's the one I do have from May Pang. May Pang is the woman that went with John on his lost weekend that Yoko sent to.
I think that's a cover story. I think John and May were having an affair, and
they were totally.
No, it's too early for Beatles.
They were,
and Yoko didn't want to be embarrassed, so it was I allowed it. I gave it my blessing.
Well, whatever. I mean, hey, it worked out. Whatever.
Yeah.
Who are we to judge, right?
Harry, I've been showing all kinds of comments. Or did you zone out again or something?
I don't know.
Talking shit about my production?
Are you going to LA in the fall?
Yeah, right.
Okay, here's the latest news. 3 weeks from today, I fly to London. Okay, I'm
We know he's
decided
just fucking with you because
things
I
are
was fucking with
percolating in
him.
London. I decided against going to New York in the fall. I went last year, so I'm not doing the New York show this fall. I'm sorry. I decided instead, I haven't been to Los Angeles in 5 years, and I used to go 3 times a year for work. I haven't been there since the pandemic. Now, since I don't go for work, I'm going for 3 days, staying in Hollywood. I have points at a Kimpton, so I'm staying in Hollywood.
Nice.
Hopefully, I have a car on hold, which in LA, you need a car, but I'll have Rob drive me around for at least a day for records. I want to do Frank and Musso's or Musso and Frank's, whatever it's
Musso and
called.
Frank.
You know, what's going on?
No, I just said Musso and Frank, not Frank and Musso.
Musso and Frank. Okay, thank you.
When are you going to LA?
October 24th.
Oh, that's way far away. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but just for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, come home Sunday.
Right on.
Sunday. I'm staying right in Hollywood. We can walk to Amoeba. We can have lunch there or dinner, whatever.
I'm gonna be there in a week, basically.
Are you playing a show?
Yeah, Troubadour's
Oh,
on the
right.
Yeah.
Right. If I wasn't going to
gonna be a
London
DVD
like in a
from
few
this
weeks,
tour?
I would have come.
Yeah. What? Say it again.
Is there going to be a DVD from the tour or a live CD?
I hope not.
Wait, did you say DVD and CD?
Yeah.
What
You're
are those?
so old school.
Yeah. Anyways, can I quickly respond to Rachel's comment, if you don't mind, just give me a
Which
moment?
one? Where?
I don't think she's here now. She has a Patreon going on.
No, she's right there.
Oh,
Okay. I mean, bottom line is
we're
just
not
wasn't fun
Patreons.
for me anymore. It got to the point where, I used to go on there because it was a good way to start the day and I enjoyed it. And when it was done, you're like, yeah, okay, now what are we gonna do? And then it just got to the point where it was just bickering and arguing and fighting and then with the assassination thing, everything blew up and everybody went after everybody. And I just said, you know what? This isn't fun. And why should I do it if it's not fun? And I might come back when things slow down and maybe things mellow out a little, but I don't know. That's my reason.
When Kamala wins, would you go back?
No, I don't even want. It's not even about politics, really. It's just about there was just so much. It did get to be annoying to where I'd be done and I go, God, and what was that all about? That's all. It's just the way I looked at it, and that's my opinion. But
now, let me ask this is probably a really personal question, but I think everyone here except Louis has children, right? You don't have children, do you, Louis?
Maybe I do.
Oh,
No, he's one of the godforsaken sociopaths.
I just want to make see if
No, not that I'm aware of. No,
I just want to see if you deserve
lady.
vote. We're not sending links publicly. If you can get to Louis and he could send you a link, we got burned last week by doing public links. So
you're giving me ultimate power to vet people? Where were you on this one?
Louis.
How the fuck did this guy get on the show?
He's the guy at the front door.
It'll be on TMZ where something happens.
Oh my God, Rob's here.
Louis gets arrested for
That's
murder.
what I said. Yeah, right. Thanks.
He hasn't called me a moron.
We're talking about LA in the fall and October.
You are a moron, Harry.
Thank you. Thank you.
There you go.
So,
Rob, can you take a look at this comment?
Listen, I've had a bad day today, so
I'm not sure if that is that first word a verb or
did somebody else get to the good records first, or did
I'm
you
not
really?
sure.
No.
That would be adjourned.
I was going to get
a bad day.
car
okay.
trouble.
Well, everybody,
Oh, that's not good.
I got this in the mail, and I have no idea why. There was an invoice for $48, including shipping and tax, for this. I have no idea what this is. I don't recall, and I'm very few times do I order something under the influence that I don't know I order. So, can anyone tell me what this is?
Where did it come from?
It came from No Name Merch Shop in Orange, California. No Name Merch
Damn,
Shop.
they were supposed to send that to me and just bill
You
you.
must have pre-ordered it at some point.
I don't know what this is. I don't even know what this is. Who this is?
Did you look up the album on the internet?
I didn't yet. It literally came an hour ago. It looks like it's a little bit of a world music.
We're
Oh,
falling
well,
down his job.
yesterday's
Everyone in the
on
comments is
there,
telling us
Pete.
what it is.
Yeah,
Does anybody know what this is?
Is there a
R&B?
Beatles reason you got
Is it R&B, hip hop, disco-matic, or are you just guessing?
Well, there's a advisory thing on the front, or is that the name of the album?
Yeah, I have no. I did not order this. And if people send me records, at least put a gift card or something, so I know who sent it to me, and take the receipt out.
Jose says it's bedroom.
Dom, did you? I'm sure Dom didn't send me this. I have no idea what this is. Do you know what this is, Dom?
Dom.
No, what is that? Tell me.
I don't know. It showed up a half hour ago in the mail.
Maybe it's an album put out by your illegitimate daughter.
But it has like a receipt from telephone vinyl from No Merch Shop in Orange, California. $48 shipped with
Holy
tax.
cow!
It looks
I had
great.
no idea. I did not order this. I swear to God, I didn't order this.
I've never seen that. Who was the artist?
Well, it's like a comp
Compilation.
It's a sad day when Mazzy denies buying a record.
Is it some kind of a tribute record,
or better, just send it to me. Oh, I do want to. Okay, someone asked this question earlier. Now I think having Dom here is the perfect person because someone asked if any of us were buying the Neil Young Archive 3 box, and Dom did a great video on number 3, the Archive.
I think I'm the only sucker buying it.
Well, okay, if you don't know,
How much is it first?
Well, it depends which way. If you go for the big super DVD and Blu-ray, it's like $500. Okay, but how many? It's a lot of discs. It's like how many?
It's
discs?
it's 17 and then 5 Blu-ray.
And a book.
Now I don't do this normally for anyone, but this is like my guy, and my son and I have this whole thing where we've reviewed every single Neil Young album. So it's kind of like I'm using it as excuse as a bonding situation. Okay. So it's $500 well worth it.
Look, I don't make excuses buying these super Beatle things, so don't make excuses. I do buy the regular.
I don't think
I do buy the regular CD versions. I don't buy the big one, the regular consumer version. So I will.
Well, the cool thing about this is those Blu-ray, those films are actually quite awesome. Like the Human Highway with Devo in it is pretty. That's a pretty weird one. They do like. There's all these songs with them playing together. Hey, my, they do together. And then there's all the trans tour footage, which should be insane. Like you could see that stuff, but you had to be like a Neil Young premium subscriber, which I'm not. I'm a regular subscriber. But so, it's a cool package, but there's going to be a lot of overlap. Like if you're a casual fan, you do not need this.
It seems like he's trying to get as much stuff out as he can quickly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's got plenty to go, I'm sure. I mean, if this is him in the...
I have an announcement on this topic. I know that seems weird, but today is day number 16,879 of me not listening to Neil Young.
Well, it's a mistake on your part.
What does that mean? Tell me.
You're a moderator. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Louis hates old white guys.
Well, can I, before we depart too far from it, I just wanted to call out, and I'm sorry, I'm not sure I know your name, but Seeking
Dom. His name is Dom. Like Dominique, right?
I don't think
Dominic. Yeah, big old Italian. Yeah.
All right. Well, I loved your comment about it's worth it just from a father-son perspective, and I just it's father-child in any form, of course. And I just mean I agree completely. I mean, and my son and I, we've got a few sort of father-son movies that are must-sees. We have a whole list.
Louis, can you play Cats in the Cradle behind this, please?
Yes, yes.
All right. Don't I'm sorry if this offends you, Wax.
Look, you don't have to. Wax. Let me talk to Wax.
I texted.
Wax has no children, so he shouldn't be able to vote.
Well, hold on.
No, I'm Mazzy.
I know. No, but I mean, I'm an uncle. I have 12 nieces and nephews.
Hey,
That's something.
I just texted that stuff you wrote. Did you see that?
No, we don't look at your texts very often.
Oh my God.
See,
You
I
guys
was all set to pass, by the way, and my son's like, Dad, you got
Okay.
$500. Just do it. Come on, we got to review this thing.
yeah.
Mm.
I'm like, you
mean-
have spoken.
Father-son moments, grab them when you get them. That's all
Cool
I-
ass hat, Mike.
All right,
It is
you're dead to me. You know that, right?
What did I do?
Mike's on the
Oh.
inside now.
Fucking here's Mike. You're gonna fucking be mean to me on the stream
You
now?
walk into my house, you piss on my couch.
You're like Morrissey. You promise something and then you bail. That's
Oh,
What did I
man.
promise?
I'm coming to New York. We're gonna go to Il Buco.
Oh yeah. What's this, Mazzy? What's this all about? You're not
You know,
coming. You're not coming in
I-
October.
I canceled my flight. I was gonna do it. I mean, last time Arnaldo's very generous. I stayed in Queens and everything, and I used to go to New York twice or once a year for the last 30 years, basically. And I love New York, and I love that was in Manhattan. But even like Airbnbs, they cut out most of them. There are some hotels are like $400 a night to begin plus.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Some of
You
those
know,
hotels you can get by the hour.
I just thought, I haven't been to LA in 5 years. I'm going
Yeah,
to
the
London.
The sad news.
I'm
is
going to
these
London in
fuckers-
3 weeks. So this is a busy fall for me, and summer and fall for that. So I decided, I'll come next
He
time.
made his choice.
Well, I got.
New York is closed to you. I said, New York is not closed to you.
It's okay, Mazzy, because we have a place in Hoboken, so that might work out for you. Hoboken is maybe where you need to
I
look.
don't want to live. I want to stay in fucking.
Too
Hoboken.
late. The bridge is on fire.
I'm
Tunnel.
snooty about this. If I hang out in Manhattan, I want to stay in Manhattan.
I hear you, but I spent like a good month trying to find something decent.
Right?
It's bad.
The last 3 months I've been looking. I used to stay at the Kimpton in Chelsea, and I used to get it for, which is not cheap, but still $250 a night. By the time you get out, it's $300. But I was working then for my business; it was worth it. Now it starts at $450 plus.
Well,
and
Brooklyn was just as bad when I was looking too. Actually, Brooklyn was even worse.
And
So-
what's happened? The laws in New York, they've really cut back on Airbnbs. So there are less Airbnbs, which means the hotel prices have raised their prices. So it's, and nobody with a nice place offered me a place in Manhattan.
I think I got a spot in Hoboken. That's all I'm saying.
Mazzy
So-
has standards.
Man,
Yeah.
Nobody in New York is meeting them.
Do they,
Have you
do
tried
they-
Trump
can you
Tower?
get arugula in Hoboken? That's what I want to know.
Of course.
No,
Joey, what are you drinking?
It's an iced coffee. I'm just trying to wake up so I don't say anything too stupid. I'm a little bit toasty right now.
That'll happen.
Yep.
So anyway, Los Angeles, October 24th for 3 nights.
I'll warn the police.
Yes. Yes.
What happened to your car, Rob?
This car's overheated engine, so I'm hoping it's
Mm.
thing.
Ooh, did you turned it off right away when you noticed, right?
Well, no.
It's probably
Oh, no.
hauling all those records around.
Did you really not?
I don't want to stay in New Jersey.
Oh, that's the worst.
Staying in New Jersey? Jesus.
It'll be fine.
No one wants to go to New Jersey.
No, it's like a 10-minute walk and then it's a 10-minute train ride. It's perfect.
Oh, thank you. I feel big. I'm going to give a little story that I think will not offend anyone and hopefully is entertaining and maybe instructive. So,
Is it about your amp that doesn't work?
no.
Okay.
So I was driving into Portland Friday for a medical appointment. I'm getting my own MRI of my own spine. Go figure.
It is a doctor story.
For fun or
Well, yeah. Well, no. But at any rate, I thought I was on time, and I called. MapQuest was telling me I wasn't. As I started, I thought I was good. I got in the car and I'm going, and where I thought I was time-wise, I was like 40 minutes late. So I called the place, and they said, I said, "Is it okay if I'm that late?" And they said, "No, that's not okay." So they canceled my appointment. We had to reschedule it. And so I got off in Hood River, and I had lunch in Hood River, and I was looking for a parking place, and there was this parking lot in front of me, and there were not that many spots on the street. So I drive into this parking lot, and it turns out this was the exit for the Elks Club parking lot in downtown Hood River. And you can't get into the Elks Club parking lot unless you know some codes or you have a card that gets you in. But the exit actually has the same spikes the rental car return places have. And so I drove in over this exit and punctured my tire.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh
totally. And here's even, it gets funnier. I didn't notice that I'd done that. I drove around, the tire seemed fine. I talked to this
Your seemed fine.
Yeah, it did. It didn't go down immediately. That's what I'm telling you.
Oh, all right.
Oh, you got a Tesla. You have a Tesla. That's why.
Well, whatever. At any rate, I drive out of there. I go in and have my lunch. I park the car on the street. I found a place, and then I go get lunch. And I'm kicking myself, but it wasn't. There was not good signage. That's what I'm complaining about. Complaint, which I know is boring.
You're blaming the victim.
No,
that's what I'd say too.
Well, here's what happened. So I go have lunch and I come back out and I get in my car and I drive out and it still feels okay. And then I get out on the highway and I can tell it's not quite okay. But now I'm on the highway. So I tried, Louis, I can tell how much you're enjoying it.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
It's better. It's
No,
getting better. Keep
No,
going.
I know you're not. I like the images of you. So at any rate, I get on the highway and now I slow it down. I'm just kind of creeping back, hopefully, to our house. And the tire, just totally shredded. Yeah. So I pulled off and that's only about half the story, but I'll tell you the rest.
Wait. Okay.
Let me just summarize.
I'm sorry, Doc. I love you, babe. You're,
but
you're a good friend of mine. Wait, no.
Let me
stop,
wrap this up. I can wrap it up in one sentence.
My stream. I'm the host. My stream.
Wait, hear him
I'm
out.
gonna tell a story.
He said one sentence. Let him do one sentence.
Give me one sentence.
Give you one sentence.
Yeah. I don't even need the camera. Hey, all I'm going to say is, all's well that ends well.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a killer last sentence. Mazzy, will you light him up, please?
Okay. Here's the deal. Doc, I love you, babe. But the first time the Doc and I, this is a pattern with the doctor, because the first time the Doc and I ever went to a movie together, we were going to see Licorice Pizza, the P.T. Anderson film, right?
Yeah. I know this.
He gets the time, he gets the tickets, it's the whole thing. We get there, and it turns out, oh God, the movie started an hour ago. I guess, can we walk in now? So we missed the first hour of the movie. Okay.
Well, I think it was only 45 minutes, but yeah.
45 minutes. The good part, and I like P.T. Anderson, but I really didn't love Licorice Pizza. So
it is horrible movie.
Yeah, it didn't quite work for me.
Oh man, yeah. Well,
here's a question. Speaking of tires, as you know, how many millions of cars are on the road, and they all have 4 tires, and all those tires wear. Where does all that rubber go? Why do we not see this rubber?
Man, can we turn off the mic of everyone over 70, please?
Hold on, everybody be quiet for a second. Wait, he won't. See if he notices.
You know,
Louis, for not giving me a fucking link before.
There's people that don't believe in global warming and pollution and things like that, and the tires are a cause of it. There we go.
Well, we're either breathing in all these particles of rubber materials, or it would build up on the roads, and the roads would be.
It's both, obviously, Harry. Come on.
I want to just say how wonderful this hat is. Seriously, I love that Mike's been wearing hats lately on the jazz bumps and stuff. I am a huge hat fan. I love that hat. This is a compliment, and I feel bad that we're not going to El Buco or and I'm coming this, but I'll be there. I'll be in New York next year.
Mike, say something mean.
You're banned from New York. I already did. He's done. He's dead to me.
Oh fuck!
Tell me the truth, Mazzy. If you paid all the parking tickets, you could go back to New York, right?
I don't have any parking tickets.
Oh, okay.
I'd say you a scofflaw.
You know, I used to get a lot of them in San Francisco. I think I've gotten 2 here in Seattle in 10 years, luckily. You know. So.
Well,
what, 10, now somebody left. Who left?
Nobody.
Dude,
Everyone's just gotten smaller. There's just more people.
Oh, I get it. Oh, yeah.
Everybody gets smaller when we highlight a comment.
Oh, yeah.
Mazzy, I am gonna have to get off, man.
Yeah. Take care. So we had a nice chat today, but we'll talk soon. I'll see you. I'll see you Monday.
Yeah. I love it. Great to see everybody.
Okay. Take
Bye,
care.
Dr. Robert.
Later, Doc.
Take care.
Say hello to Susan.
Thank you.
Well, Jose, you're here.
Yes. No thanks to you, by the way.
Well, fucking, I was busy trying to like do
Motherfucker,
everything.
it's just copy paste on a fucking link.
Mazzy's a slave driver. He's trying to fucking make me do all this shit.
Yes, of course.
He doesn't even pay me very well.
I'm not really good at these live streams, and I've done a couple, and I like.
that's fine. No,
I
you
enjoy
We
it.
already agreed
You're
that
hard.
Jose wasn't going to be up here.
Yes.
You're horrible at that.
Fuck you guys.
I was just working. I just saw that you were on.
What do you got? Show us some records. Well, I know you. That's what you want.
Well,
Oh, you don't have.
somebody's-
Wait, you don't have any right
somebody's
next to
calling
you
me.
right now.
Well, I have some over there. You know.
No,
You
you
can see
missed.
them there.
You have let
can
me
see them
down
there.
in a way that I don't know if I'm going to get over anytime
Well,
soon.
you know, it's better to.
I have a
not-
mustard flavored soda bottle because
I
of
want to
you.
go back for a second to Dom and this Neil Young thing. Can you
Yeah.
just in a brief whatever tell us the period that the
Does anyone care? Does anyone actually care though?
people do care. People love Neil Young. I
And
love
will
Neil
there
Young.
be
Well,
like
of course.
a vinyl edition or anything?
There's a
of
small
that?
vinyl, like a 2
Wait.
record.
No, yeah. What they're doing is they're taking a 2 LP version. It's just like a smattering of songs from it, which has actually got a handful of unreleased songs.
What are we
Actual
talking?
unreleased songs.
What are we
Neil
talking
Young.
about?
Neil Young.
Oh,
Wait, Dom, on the Blu-ray, does it have that Devo thing? Is that movie that he shot?
Yeah.
He directed?
Yeah, Human Highway. Neil Young directed it.
Yeah. You can't really get that movie, right? Is this the first
No.
time?
Yeah, I think he's just put it on his website, but of course you had to be a subscribe premium, whatever he calls it, premium Rust or something. Anyway, yeah.
it's,
So you can't see that
What
anywhere.
years do these cover this time?
It covers 76 to 87, so you're getting into some dicey territory for sure.
We're getting into
the
Geffen.
Geffen records. Is the Geffen records?
Oh
are
yeah,
there?
but here's the thing: he definitely left out things that he could have put in that I was going to be quite frustrated to see, like songs from some of that mid country album, the Old Ways. I think
I like
there
Old
is
Ways.
some of the.
That's a horrible record. That's a horrible.
The Shocking Pinks. He put he did put some
That's a
previously
horrible
released the Shocking Pinks album, the Everybody's Rocking. There is some of that in there, but he didn't get too into like some of those real bad mid '80s albums. So
The 10 Men Working, anything from that?
10 Men Working. What's that now?
Wasn't that his blues album?
No, that's
Oh, no,
It's Note
that-
for you.
That's
the Blue Notes.
That's the next one. That's '88. That would be the
Oh,
next
okay.
one, which I'm sure there will be.
It's only
The
on
cool thing-
CD, right? It's only CD,
It's
right?
CD, Blu-ray.
Yeah, but it's not
that's it.
vinyl at all, right?
It's a
No.
2-record vinyl sampler of each year or each segment.
It's meant to be a primer. The thing is 17 CDs. Like I don't want a vinyl box set of that. I'd have no interest in that.
No, but
CDs
like
is fine for
highlights.
this.
Like I like what Bob Dylan does. It's like
There is a 2
highlights.
LP highlights. There's a 2
Yeah,
LP
that's
all right.
basically what it is.
For this as well. For this
Yes.
as well.
Yes, 2 LP
Yeah.
highlights.
It's called
Um,
Takes. It comes out the same day.
I think.
But the thing
Go ahead.
I was going to say, the one of the cool things he's doing is he's including this album Oceanside Countryside, which was another one of these shelved records like Homegrown, like Chrome Dreams. Now, to be clear, a lot of these tracks did end up in places that you've probably heard, but this is supposed to be the original idea that he conceived of in the late 70s. So there's that. Plus, there is a ton of unreleased takes and unreleased versions of songs. First versions of songs you never heard of other places. And then there's 15 completely new compositions, like completely new songs. So
Oh well.
plus,
Um,
but the here problem is he also gives you lots of previously released materials mixed in because he thinks of it like a timeline. Like this is what he was doing in these years. So you're getting stuff that you could get that you would have bought 30 years ago with all of that other stuff too. So
it's a lot for 200. How much is it? 200 and what?
No, no,
$239.
no.
The 17. The 17 CD. It says here $239.
Did we just go
Okay.
black for a minute? Did we just go dark for a minute?
No, you kicked yourself off for a second.
I didn't click anything. I was holding this. I just
Be
wanted
that as
to-
it may.
I'm curious your take. I love this. This just came out a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's everybody should get that. That's great.
Yeah, that's
This
good.
is from 1969-70. This is basically Danny Whitten. This is an amazing set. It has a lot of the songs.
Is
that
Jack
would
Nietzsche
start out-
on that?
Jack
No.
Nietzsche? No, Jack Nietzsche is not on here. But some of these songs would be done by Crosby, Stills and Nash. As he has Down by the River, has Helpless, obviously Birds, Dance, 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 Cinnamon Girl, The Wanderin', which would turn up way later.
But the best thing on that, Mazzy, is the Look at All the Things, which is an incredible version of that. It's the first song that Crazy Horse recorded on the first Crazy Horse album, proper,
And
without Neil Young.
Come on, Let's Go Down 10 is also on the Crazy Horse album.
That's also on that too. So these are the versions with Neil Young in the band doing them.
Yeah,
And that
really
version of Look at All the Things is absolutely great.
one of the better of the archives releases, I would say. It's
Yeah.
If you're into Neil Young, this is a must.
I mean, we can go through. I have them all
Very
here.
good.
I mean, it's all right here if anyone wants to see any of them.
Hey, I got a question that might ruffle some feathers, but I actually am genuinely asking it. Genuinely. Is Neil Young how many people on the panel is Neil Young in your top 5?
Not in top 5, but I love him a lot.
Okay.
Maybe
I don't know if
top
I have
10.
a top 5, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
that's
but-
My
Yeah.
top
Yeah.
20
He
he would be in
a-
my top 25.
Make
It's
sure
a-
everybody talks at once. Okay. I'll do this better. I'll do a
It's
better
a-
job.
It's a very American thing to have like top 10s. Fuck that
For
shit.
fuck's sake. Jesus Christ.
American.
Yeah, I've never heard someone from here
Okay.
like, hey, what's your
So-
favorite top 10
so-
burgers?
I would have a hard time
Well,
doing that, Louis. Honestly, I would.
Yeah. Well, okay. What's a better way to ask the question? Because you know where I'm getting at, right? Kind of.
He's
Is he
amongst
like
my
Where does
favorite-
Neil Young rank in music?
He's
Well,
amongst my
is he
favorite
like
artists, Louis.
is he like a Mount Rushmore type of guy? Because I've been trying to get into certain things because I have an unfair prejudice against certain artists, and it's totally unfair and it's totally cutting off my ability to enrich my own musical life. So I'm trying to get into certain things, and I'm just wondering questions like that in my mind, like how many people are like really
Louis,
diehard about like Neil Young and things
My
like
number
that.
one solo artist, and I'm all in on to the hilt, is Bob Dylan. Neil Young for my solo artist is probably my second.
It's weird when you say to the hilt like that, but okay.
Well,
This is coming from Louis, the guy that is bribing me to tell everybody how much I'm going to love his new record.
Yeah, right. That's true.
Yes, sir.
Fucking love Neil Young. I mean, I don't know
Okay.
how
I
you
do too.
but
All right.
I fucking love Neil Young.
There's some bad Neil Young songs, but for the most part, he's great.
Can I say that as a guitar player, I think Louis should
I have
listen
a lot
to a
of
lot
Neil Young. I have like 15
As a-
Neil Young albums.
Yeah.
As a guitar player, I
Well,
think at least Louis should listen to some of his records.
Yeah.
because-
And I'm trying to. Here's the thing. It's like, obviously, everybody here likes Neil Young. Obviously. I mean, that's not the question. So I ask a question like, is he in anybody's top 5? Not because I want you to be able to quantify that.
He's
Well,
not my
because-
top 5.
Well, I literally have every Neil Young album.
Yeah.
But-
Okay. See, that's the information I'm looking for. It's
Doesn't
like,
put him in.
Louis,
I don't know if he's in my top 5.
Louis, have you ever driven your car in the wrong way into a parking
Louis,
lot?
Louis,
Not yet.
let me answer Louis on something.
Greendale.
Do
was
you have
great.
any Neil Young?
no.
Okay, I would say an album to get would be Triplicate.
No.
Triplicate is a good. You get the Buffalo Springfield, you get Neil, you get a little sampling of everything, and it's
It's the greatest hit.
great because it's not just the hits.
Live
It's
Rust.
You're talking about
Live
Decade.
Rust for Louis.
Decade,
For Louis,
yeah.
I think.
Decade,
I
I'm
think-
sorry, I'm thinking of Triplicate. Right.
Yeah, that's Bob
Decade,
Dylan. That's
Decade.
Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
I gotta find
Triplicate
it.
is Bob Dylan. Louis, if Louis listens to or sees at least the movie Live Rust, I think he would really like it. just the guitar tones that he gets from that guitar are really good.
Okay.
There's music that I love just because of how the guitar sounds. For example, I would love to know like who are your like guitar I'm not idols, but like who do you listen to that you just like, oh, I really love how they play. Can you name me some, please?
Well, it's super strange of an answer, but also I'm specifically going out of my way not to listen to guitar based stuff that I
No,
would
I know, like
generally
Fox solos. I don't listen to like
no,
music,
not
like,
because not because
solos.
of that, but because I need to clear my own head for my own guitar tone.
Right.
No, it's just in the last couple of years. So I don't know, but historically, things like Jimi Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan are where I would get a bass line tone from.
All right.
Right. So things like that. And so the tone alone isn't going to make me a super big fan of anybody. It'll just make me say, yeah, that person's got a great tone.
But you
it's
like Doom.
I'm more of a song. No, I love Doom, but I like jazz too. Like, so I'm more of a song.
I'm talking about guitar right now. Like when I listen to Doom metal, like what I'm listening to is basically the guitar and the bass, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
I want to respond to Tom here because I know a lot of people don't like his first album, but I love it because to me it's like an extension of it's a Buffalo Springfield like Baroque album more than a Neil Young album.
But he wasn't in control on that album. He was really being produced heavily.
But I still love it. That's what I love.
I like it.
If somebody that says that he doesn't like Neil Young, if he listens to the first Neil Young record, he will never listen to it.
Well, that's not a place to start.
It's the wrong. Yeah, absolutely.
It's the worst. Live Rust.
Bertie asked about Greendale.
Everyone knows This Is Nowhere is a good place to start.
Hold on, let me address this fucking.
That's my favorite album
that I recorded.
Mike, you fucker. You trying to catch a fade? You want to come up here and do this right now? You son of a bitch.
Big there, Louis.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Greendale.
So I recorded this show in 2003 at the White
Illegal.
River Theater.
That's illegal.
Neil Young is
And then I made the CD out of it. And it's a pretty good recording.
Did you make that cover?
I made the
Greendale's interesting.
The artwork for me.
Okay, let me sharpen the question. And so one of the deal breakers for me is if I don't like the singer, right? So it's way less about guitar tone for me and more about overall song. And then if the singer is good or not.
So if the singing is good and the music is shit, you listen to it? That's like an actual question.
I would okay, hold on. Let me answer that.
So Louis, you should listen to this.
Yeah, that's fucking great. I love that.
There's no singing on this.
Well, no. There needs to be. I want there to be singing. So to answer your question, Jose, if it's terrible singing and killer music, or if it's great singing and terrible music, I'd be more apt to listen to the better singer.
If the singing is good,
I love Neil Young's voice. First, I fucking love it. Number one. Number two, Louis, if you're a songwriter-based mindset, fucking Neil Young floats to the top.
I understand. I hear that, and people say the same thing about Dylan too. It's just hard for me to enjoy it. And
I like Dylan's voice too, but not to the extent that I like Neil Young's voice. I think he emotes even more. But going back to like, what are your favorite? Where does it land in the numbers? Is it a top 10, whatever? I can say this: there's only been about 4, maybe even 3 artists that I mean, big deal. This is just a me thing, but that I have went to their concert and all I did from the beginning to the end was fucking cry. Because I couldn't stop my emotions. Neil Young, Frank Sinatra, and somebody else that I'm spacing out on. But it's that he's up to me. He's
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. I knew it.
Exactly.
So top 5 artists you've cried to, I guess, is really what you're talking about.
I gotta Dom. What do you think? One of my favorite.
Brian Wilson was the other one.
There's a lot of records. We all have our personal favorites, and 2 of I always say recent, but recent is 30 years to me, right? I'm looking forward to the next batch, even though I do have a German edition. One of my favorite albums of his of later period is Sleeps with Angels. I think
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
And the other one, which to me is wonderful and unusual, is
Prairie Wind?
Lanois, that Daniel Lanois produced.
Lanois, that's here too.
Louis, this is my favorite Neil Young record.
I like Comes
Time is nice.
It's nice.
Because he wrote
My
that
favorite
song
is
a lot.
Zuma.
He wrote that song "A Lot of Love" that Nicolette Larson had a hit
That's
with.
it.
But
Any-
his version of it is fantastic.
Anybody?
Nicolette Larson worked at Discount Records in Berkeley.
Well,
Anybody-
no
Why
one
is the
gives a fuck
Nicolette
about her
Larson-
connection to you.
Anybody here likes
The 12-inch single of that song worth so much money?
What?
What?
A Lot
Which
of
one?
Love, his
The
version.
12-inch single of "Lot of Love" is like a $50 record.
Neil Young's version.
No,
Hey,
It
her
might be
version.
because that's
Nicolette Larson. Because
You
that
know,
album
only the
is a
12-inch
dollar bit
promo.
album.
yeah, all
Here,
day
this
long.
is a
Yeah.
this is a fair comment,
No,
but
the
to me
12-inch
that's the,
promo of the
to me
song.
this is the point. The point of Lanois is how it is produced and
the
intense
guitar sounds
by
great.
Neil Lanois. It's like a feedback.
Do you like Prairie Wind? That's one of my favorite Neil Young records.
Prairie Wind's good.
Nice.
When God Made Me and It's a Dream, those two songs are like top 5. If Louis wants to talk about that,
I'd like
top
to
5
recommend-
Neil Young
Hey,
songs.
first of all, let's talk about whether or not it's appropriate to cup an SM58, and it never is. Stop doing that.
It never is.
That's
you know
what
what?
it
Sounds,
Is that-
it sounds great.
It's the dramatic
Is that
tone.
a sexual thing? Are we talking?
Yeah. Well, while everybody's like, not everybody, but while people are trying to shit on me about the Neil Young thing, like I asked the question because I actually genuinely want to understand, not because I just want to like,
Well,
be
what-
divisive. I want to know
What type
where to
of music?
So
start.
you don't like Neil Young's voice, but you like Bob Dylan's voice?
No, he
No,
doesn't
I,
like
I like neither of them. I think
Oh,
that's
okay.
I think that's a fair thing to say from a singer who likes singers.
Do you like Tom Waits?
No.
I like
Leonard
selective
Cohen.
Tom Waits.
Leonard Cohen.
No.
do you like- So what do you grow up listening to? Because one of the first things I ever had on CD as a kid was
Fucking
Bob
Madonna,
Dylan,
True Blue.
Neil Young, and Tom Waits. That's like
And
something
Neil
I grew
Young
up.
Unplugged is really good.
It's all
Maybe
about
trans with the
it's all about
vocoder.
production, Louis. I mean, to me,
You like the Dead, right?
that I would
Jerry Garcia is an amazing singer. I was just
No,
literally
he's
shitting
not.
all over
No,
him.
he's not.
an amazing singer.
I love him
Okay,
so much.
sec-
but he's-
I love the way his voice sounds. I do not like the way that Bob Dylan's voice sounds.
You like Bob
I do-
Weir singing?
Well,
Except for Jerry Garcia, the Grateful Dead.
No.
I always thought I love the Dead, but they always needed one better singer. I think.
Bob
think
Weir
they-
sings pretty well. I think Bob Weir
Yeah.
sings pretty good.
One
Bob-
more
Bob
Saturday.
Weir sings all right, but I don't think I can forgive Bob Weir for
Ashes,
this
ashes, all fall
RSD
down.
box set that I just
You
spent.
know what the problem? Okay, I love
Trans
Grateful
is
Dead.
good.
I love the Grateful Dead. Grew up with the Dead, but once Bob Weir started wearing shorts and
Shorts.
Izod shoes,
Trans. Have you seen those
lost it.
videos of Neil Young singing Trans live with the?
That's what's going to be on the set.
Oh, or I love those videos. It's like with the what do you call that in English? They
Vocoder.
No. The ear thing. The ear.
Oh
microphone.
yeah, that you're yeah.
Yeah, I love. He's like rocking
Only
with
boy
that
bands
shit.
are allowed to do that.
Because he used to sing with the harmonica and the little 2 microphones he would have on the harmonica.
God, fucking harmonica.
No, but like
The
Like,
other day,
you know-
records they had a copy of Unplugged for $150.
that's
Good
really
album.
cheap.
Yeah, I don't have
That's
that. I don't have that.
I have the
actually.
CD of it, but
I have the CD.
Well, that was just reissued like 5 years
No,
ago.
that's
wasn't
not true.
Well,
That's not
I
true.
don't know about
Like
that.
2001 or something like that, Harry. But
It could have been boot.
that record, he hated it so much. It's one of the most overdubbed MTV Unplugged sessions that's ever been released. Like he fucking hated that record. But I
Elliot?
really love it.
Elliot, I don't disagree with you. Bring Elliot's comment back up. I don't disagree with you very much, but I guess in '69, when the double Skull and Roses came out, the Grateful Dead turned me on to Marty Robbins with seeing them live with El Paso, and they did Big Iron. So it got me to go and seek out Gunfighters, the great Marty Robbins record. So that's where I'd like when, in those days when I was a 14, 15-year-old hearing the Grateful Dead do that stuff. I didn't know Marty Robbins before that. And so it turned me to go check it out. Of course, you can't compare with
Louis,
his-
do you like Frank Zappa? Or is it the singing again?
No, I think that's all. I think some of his stuff was all right, but then again, he does this weird affectation on half of his stuff.
No,
I
but
think
you
this
know what?
comment is amazing, by the way.
The problem with Frank Zappa is I can't get past, and for me to say this, his juvenile lyrics.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just,
but that's the
you know,
thing. The
Baby-
lyrics
baby
should not
snakes.
matter. But that's
Baby
the thing.
snakes. Whoa, the lyrics.
Bobby
shouldn't matter.
Brown?
No, come on. He's
Hello,
about
people,
every
I'm
song
Bobby
eventually
Brown.
leads
That
to
one?
him fucking someone. It just does.
Well, he
Hot
has a
rap.
song called "Fuck Dickie," so you should.
No, but the instrumental
like that
stuff, the
song.
music is outstanding.
Rob,
I
I
turned
don't.
around
Rob,
to
Rob,
Rob-
I'm going to shut you down now. We don't need to talk about that. Can we talk about the opening ceremonies of the Olympics?
Can we
Oh,
talk
shit.
about the? Let me
we
let me
not?
respond to
Can you
this question.
reenact
for
What
a
is this?
second.
Is this my mom
Let
talking?
me respond to this comment.
I love that.
I'm actually not
Oh,
sure.
smooth.
If you ask me right now,
Great
I'm
album.
actually not sure if I do or not.
Great-
that.
Great
That's a
album,
great-
horrible album.
Oh, I have that. No, I think that's
This
fine.
is so bad.
That-
I bought the
A Letter
box.
Home. Yeah.
That's not true. It has a great cover of what
Needle
is
of
it? A
Death.
needle. Yeah, needle death.
Needle of Death.
That is worth it just for that.
I
Burt
have
Jones
that,
shit.
and I'm embarrassed to have that because of the size of that box.
This is like a real.
I have the regular one.
Yeah, that's a
Oh, and then this
Polaroid.
tape
They're all
with
different.
a
You
magic
wanna
marker
trade?
writing on it.
Jack White did that.
Wait,
Box set.
that's the way the box came?
Yes,
Yeah, this is.
that's you can still get it on Amazon sometimes. if
What's
it's
it go
there.
for?
Nothing. It's still there, like in
$3. I'll give you
I think
$3.
I paid like $30 for this at a Seattle record show. It's the only reason I bought it.
It's still on Amazon. At least here in Mexico, it's still on
I
Amazon.
have it.
That's
Yeah,
a
but-
standard. I just have the standard version of that. I think.
I
Yeah.
would if we lived near each other, I'd give you my version for the standard.
Mazzy,
make very
you're in
big.
charge for a minute. I got pee.
Okay, I'm in you go. You do that.
What album is that song Wandering on?
Wondering.
Wondering.
Yeah,
Wondering.
it's the best
It's weird.
music video he did.
That's on Everybody's Rocking, which is funny because that song dates from like the late '60s, but it doesn't turn up officially until '84.
It's on this new thing. but
It's on that
the
too.
one with-
It's
But
It's
the
on the
Yes.
one with the
videos,
doo-wop. The doo-wop
That's one of
version.
his best music videos. That one.
That's
yeah,
the
it's where they're
doo-wop.
driving around LA or whatever in the
Yeah,
pink
but the
car.
guys come up and go, "Wow."
I
Like,
hate
Yeah.
I hate the Shocking Pinks. By the way, I think that's
That's the one.
I think it's garbage. Shocking Pinks. That's one of the first records I bought from Neil Young, and I was like, oh.
I just
That's a
think
good album,
I
Joey.
think David Geffen was in a bad mood when Neil Young was doing his
Um,
records, and when Gene Clark did that album for him. I think David Geffen was in a bad mood towards that music.
No, he was releasing everything. That's the problem. That's the problem. He was just like, oh fuck, it's Neil Young. Please.
I think he was truly a Neil Young fan. He wanted him to bring.
Yeah. Just release anything. I just want
But you
Neil
know,
Young to be my
okay,
label.
going back, I'm the oldest guy here, maybe except for I'm older than Mike too, but back.
Mike and I are the same age,
No.
Mazzy, moron.
Okay, right. I'm the oldest guy here, but remember, Harvest was massive, and it surprised Neil becoming a huge hit. Then doesn't he do Tonight's the Night after that?
Yep.
Tonight's the Night, and On the Beach. I got promos
Those are-
in my record days. People didn't love that record then, and I had
I was
those
too down.
promos. I had those promos in my collection during the 70s, during when I stored my vinyl for about 15 years when CDs were happening. So mine are in perfect shape. But you know, it was so interesting when I started hearing people saying On the Beach and you know, Tonight's the Night. People and Zuma love those records, but when those came out, they weren't well received.
Cortez the Killer.
Well received at all.
Cortez the Killer is top 3.
Yeah. Well, now
My version of that is so fucking sick.
But in a way, they were kind of ahead of their time, maybe. I don't know. But they weren't as loved in the 70s when they came out, in the mid 70s.
Also, Suma is the more like jam band guitar, not jam band in the jam, but it's like when he would play it live, he would play like different every single time. So it's a really cool song to like find bootlegs off and stuff like that.
But that's got Crosby, Stills and Nash on it too. The last song, like there's a couple of ballads on that. Barstool Blues on that is
also
another great song. But I just challenge anyone to try to listen to some of those mid-period Neil Young albums. Landing on Water, Life with Crazy Horror. I go ahead and try to listen to them. I couldn't get through them, and I'm a big fan. So
yeah, and you own them, and I own them too. We both own them.
I actually don't own those. I do not own those.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh,
no, I don't know.
I do have a.
Look out, mama! There's a white boat coming up the river.
I think that's time for me to leave now.
Oh no! Whoa! Harmonica.
I love that song. Love it.
That's one of the. That's a top 5 Neil Young song, 100%.
A Journey Through the Past is also one of my favorite songs.
You know, A Journey Through the Past is the only old record of the '70s album, I guess, that I do not own.
Well, it's only that
Yeah.
song that
I
I
used
like.
to have it. I used to have it. I got it when it first came out, and I purged it in
I
'95.
I I
The
have it. I
soundtrack.
like it. Oh,
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to find, Mazzy. It should be easy to
Yeah,
get.
I know, but I don't know if I at this point, I'm kind of
Nah.
Powderfinger. Have you listened to the what's the
Find that
band?
for $5.
What
No, but have
Sam.
you
era is Powderfinger written about?
Sam, unfortunately, you
heroin or
have to
something.
go to Louis.
Is
Get
it,
to hold of Louis to get a
Civil War
link.
era?
What's
Is it,
who wants a link?
I think Sam came on last time, but I don't know if you're at capacity.
Louis
Louis
Harry,
is the gatekeeper tonight.
have you
If he
listened to
wants
the
come up-
Cowboys?
If he wants to come up, I'll take off.
Have
We're
you,
not putting any links publicly because we got fucked last time.
Harry? Have you listened to the Cowboy Junkies cover of
Yes,
Powderfinger? That's beautiful.
very
That's-
good. Yeah,
that's-
they
That's
do a
good.
great job.
I think that that cover is way better than Hey Jane. I just
Sweet Jane.
Sweet Jane. Sorry, I was thinking of something else.
I-
Sweet Jane. I don't like that
That's
cover.
good too. I mean, there's
No, yeah, but I don't really care.
Are you
for it.
having
that
a
on the Trinity
earthquake,
album?
Rob? Wait, hold
Huh?
on a sec. Hold on, everybody. Is there an earthquake? You look confused.
What the
I'm
fuck?
listening to you. It's pretty confusing.
Oh, I thought you wanted to say something. Are you?
No,
No,
I mean, I do have that. I have a Neil Young CD. It's a tribute CD, but I can't remember who's on it. I haven't opened it up yet. I found it somewhere.
well, Neil
Does
Young
anyone
is in that. It's Neil Young is in that soundtrack that I always talk about. The Dead Man Walking soundtrack. You
Yeah.
know that movie?
Johnny
The-
Depp.
Yeah. No, it's not. No. Dead Man Walking. It's the what is it?
yeah, that's the one that Springsteen won
Yes.
the award for
Yeah.
Streets of Philadelphia.
That's the only thing I like Eddie Vedder in.
That's
Yes, me too.
Philadelphia,
Me too.
Harry.
That
Yeah. I'm not a
Ali.
Pearl Jam fan. Sorry, Kimbo, if you're watching.
I have the fucking CDs, but there's a vinyl edition, and for the longest time, it's the only thing on Acoustic Sound's website that I wanted. But Chad wanted my testicles and an arm for that shit, so I didn't bought it.
It's like $38 American, right?
Canadian.
Oh.
I'll have the CD.
Hey, I got a question. Hold on.
These are the.
Hey, I haven't done this in a while.
Done what?
I'm having second thoughts, but do you guys think do you think I'll be okay if I drink this?
Are you having a Diet Coke?
No, he's drinking
What?
a beer. Oh,
Whoa! Be careful with that stuff.
Will I be all right?
Don't
not if
put
you're
your
a
dick
witch.
in it.
No.
Don't put your dick in it. Might taste weird.
Why do you always go there?
You don't know where that's been.
Yeah.
Because I
Okay,
have the mind
okay,
of an 11-year-old.
DJ Trish, I thank you so much, but this is like the million dude guys for Kamala. So we just want to say this is an extension. I don't know if anyone bears here to say they're not for Kamala. That's fine, but
Rob, can you talk about
I'm
this?
embarrassed being here, really.
Rob, can you work on this comment?
Louis, can we talk about Fluffy? I was nice to you this weekend, so just chill, man. Past weekend.
They hate it when I want to rank stuff.
White dudes for hair.
You love ranking. That's a very American thing, Louis. It's just very.
It's not,
American.
but I
Very
don't want
American.
to. I don't actually want a slotted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or anything. I just want to get a conversation going about what people's favorite
Wait,
shit
do
is.
you, well, I'll
I
ask you
can't even
this:
say. Well, my favorite band I can probably say, but I couldn't say who the second
the
favorite was.
Beatles? Is it not the Beatles? Is it? If it's not the Beatles, Harry, I don't know what.
you know,
it is.
Louis, I will
It is,
say
right, of
this: in YouTube world,
I was
and
getting
I'd
worried.
say half of us here have YouTube channels that on a regular basis. In YouTube world, whether you like it or not, you put up a best of, and you put in the title "best of." More people watch it, and top whatever we say. I do interviews with people, nobody watches them. I do
Dana.
best of, and the thing is, people always say, "Oh, that's not the best. That's your opinion." Well, of course, it's my opinion.
Well,
But
what-
if you say my favorite, and which is
yeah,
really my
when
favorite,
when you ask a
subjective,
favorite,
and
it doesn't
starts-
work.
But
I'm
it
a
starts
hater.
the conversation.
Well,
It
best
gets the
album doesn't
conversation.
necessarily mean it's your favorite.
I'm a huge hater of the best album so far.
Well, you hate
just
everything.
because, yes,
Yeah, you
but
absolutely hate
specifically,
fucking
but I
Dark Side of the Moon's
specifically,
probably their best, but it's not my favorite.
Fucking
I
Jose
specifically-
hates Thriller.
yes,
Wait.
but specifically, I hate those rankings because 99% of the time, it's always only American, British, or Australian artists.
Because that's all that matters.
No motherfucker that sings in Spanish, Portuguese,
Jose,
Italian, French.
I got a better reason why I hate doing that. I'm a part of a group of friends that talk about sports, and inevitably, everyone goes, "You're top 10. You're top 10." I'm so against that shit. If you're a big sports fan and you have friends who are into sports, they always go, "You're top 10," and I'm against that. I'm against all that because I've never seen Hank. I mean, I saw Hank Aaron play. I never saw like Babe Ruth play.
You saw Hank Aaron play? Wasn't that 420 years ago?
No, he retired like in the 70s. I saw him play on TV.
I saw him play too.
But I saw him live play on TV.
I saw Willie Mays and all the Giants.
No, but I'm saying inevitably, right? But you can't say when you come up with the top 10, especially if you're under 25, you saw any of these guys play. You know?
Well, yeah, but you can do like what like current releases for the year, and most of them, again, even on big publications like Pitchfork or whatever, they only put English speaking records, and then one reggaeton record from who the fuck knows, and it's always like, oh, we included everybody in this shit, and I'm like, no, you didn't.
Jose,
the fuck is that shit?
Jose, you know,
isn't Aria Grande Latina?
What the fuck?
This might be funny, but you are into Brazilian psych and Brazilian bossa and stuff like that. I'm heavily into that. I've already picked up stuff from you on that. I not even being funny. I wish I knew what your top 25 Brazilian records of all time were, because I get them.
Juana Molina, I love with all my life. I will say that I think it's sometimes weird that when I hear all these like things going on in the VC, like it's always only American, and I get it. I know why. I'm not dumb as fuck, but sometimes I would be like, if you like music that much, maybe go and listen to something else. Yeah,
you're not wrong. I mean, there are people obviously like Stunty and Dom too that get into more
but it's not.
Okay, you know this record?
Yao de Aquino, Mauricio Carilino? I couldn't read, sorry. Mauricio Carrillo. No, I don't, but it looks interesting. I like a plain black cover.
Who doesn't?
But what I'll say is this, Massey. Again, it's nothing to do with ethics. It's just music in general. Like you can have rock music from all around the world. You can have pop music from around the world. You can have experimental music. Because to me, every record or band from the U.S. it's foreign music. You know.
Hey,
so
I got something to start, Louis. Show an album where the guy looks like he just smelled a fart.
Oh no!
I'm telling you, somebody did fucking fart. I mean, it's one of those things that happened, and they caught the moment.
Hey, Joey, do you got that your own record, or are you just holding it? Somebody gave it to you, or do you acquire it?
Are you talking
the Brazilian? The Brazilian
copy of the first record. It was a fan's. Actually, I saw about 2 Brazilians and 1 Spanish copy so far on this tour.
Yeah, cool. But wouldn't you just get it? Like, why don't you get one? I mean,
because it's $500.
Yeah, I know.
Let me clarify the top 5 or top 10 conversation, because it's not what I really ever want to do. What I don't see enough of that I really want to see is like conversations where people are talking about stuff they're super passionate about. So like the whole thing with it, like I get flamed for this all the time now in the Jazz Bums shit, because I was like, one time we were talking about candy bars or something. So I'll say something like, is a Kit Kat better than a Snickers? Right? Or something like that. Or what's a candy bar on your Mount Rushmore of candy bars? And it's never so that I can get a list or get some sort of definitive 1, 2, 3 slot. It's so that people start talking about shit. They're like, oh my God, this is fucking great.
This is peanut butter cups.
Right. Because to me, it's always more fun when someone's like, I'm more engaged when someone's like, you have to fucking hear this or your life will not be complete. Or this thing is so amazing that you have to be aware of it or whatever. And to me, that's always something that sucks me in. And so I try to start conversations like that. It's never about a top 5. You know what I mean? It's never about a top 10.
Louis, sometimes I would do these videos, and every once in a while I would pull out a record and talk about whether it's my stupid videos or something else. And I'd say, if you don't have this collection, you don't have a real collection. And of course, I'm going over the top by even saying that. It's ridiculous. But some people like tune in and think, how dare you say that? They think I'm so serious.
For the same reason. They know that because they want to see somebody being like, this is the coolest shit in the world and you should try it or whatever it is.
I think when they in terms of the videos, when they watch you, they get to understand your taste, your demeanor, whether you're serious or not. I tend to do a little snarky sense of humor, but I get serious. But other people are just straight ahead. And so if you listen to them, they're not going to joke about something. And that, like when I listen to Dom, it's funny. There's certain people like Dom and the vinyl, the what's his name? The metal guy,
Metal theologian, Aaron.
Metal theologian. There's a certain like Dom, metal theologian, the guy in Australia who's English. You know,
French?
you guys you just sent him record.
French?
Fred.
He's
big star. Big Star 1000.
Isn't he French?
Yeah,
he's French.
I'm sorry.
He's French.
Sorry.
He has the accent.
But what there's certain and you guys do, like, you'll do these half-hour plus videos, and I put them on, and it's kind of a soothing thing a night for me. I mean, I love your voices. You're calm. You don't get.
Is it because you listen to it?
Are you naked when you're doing this, Mazzy?
No, come on, seriously. A little bit of both. I get a little snarky. I get over the top. But there's a certain
any Jandik fans
Zen-like in their videos, which I'm very attracted to in terms of their presentations. And I'll buy records. I bought records from all three of, well, not maybe not. Metal theologian.
I'm happy that I suggested some records to Mazzy and he bought them in Austin.
I got a split, but I'm gonna give you my soothing voice, Mazzy. And as I split, everyone should give a listen to the Chills. Martin Phillips just died of this band, great New Zealand band.
Like 2 days ago, right? 1 day ago.
Yeah, if you don't know this band, very very wonderful jangle pop, very poppy, but a New Zealand band, a Flying Nun band that everybody should give a look at.
Heavenly pop song.
Yeah, the song Pink Frost. Louis, listen to Pink Frost by the Chills. Peace.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks,
Louis, you'll like it. It sounds just like Neil Young.
Shut up.
Yeah.
No, but for real, I think, Louis, you might like Neil Young. I don't think at the point, at the point in your life right now, you need it, because I think Neil Young is something that you either grew up with, because the voice, his voice, like, I love so much. I never in my head thought, do I like this or not? There are like certain types of voices that I like. I like voices that are not intonated as much. I hate perfect voices.
So singers that are
For
out
example,
of tune.
I absolutely, with every inch of my body, hate Paramore because I hate her voice.
Oh,
And
she's
it's
a fantastic singer.
Yes, and that's something I know you were going to say. But it's something along those lines that I don't like, that perfect-ish type sounding voice.
I'm that way.
Are you just trying to be different, or because you think you're cool? Or?
No, I didn't met a single emo person till I was like 18.
Oh, this is the disconnect.
So
going
yes,
back to that,
and the only type of wait,
I'm gonna take off, guys.
The only type of emo
Seriously,
music
Rob.
that I can listen to is like American football, because I think the guitar is like extremely incredible.
There's some great pop punk guitars out there, man. Early 2000s
yeah.
pop punk guitar was fucking underrated.
Yeah, but like again, I didn't. Not even Green Day. Like I remember the first time that I listened to Green Day, it was when American Idiot came out. I was in Miami visiting with friends.
You missed out on Dookie.
No. So I thought that was like kids type music, and I just like evaded it, like, you know.
My
like,
favorite Kiwi artist,
Pee Wee Herman,
is Xena, Warrior Princess.
Hold on, we need to develop this a little bit more.
The emo.
Do we need to go over like
Xena? Oh, come on, Xena.
Yeah, no, I understood.
No, we understand what Xena is. Do you care to explain yourself a little bit more?
Xena, wasn't that in the 90s? Xena was on when my son was growing up, when I was home watching a lot. So Michelle and I and Joe would watch a Xena, Warrior Princess, every week.
I just saw The Bodyguard for the first time today, which is everybody's seen that.
You know, that's a great story. I've told it many times.
No, you know what, Mike?
Nick Lowe was on NPR, the interview show, and they're talking to him, and he says, one of the weirdest experience was opening his mail one day, and he gets a check, and there's a check in there for publishing BMI ASCAP, whatever, for $1 million, and he had no idea what it was. $1 million, because he wrote "What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and Understanding," which is on the Bodyguard soundtrack, and he had no idea about that.
I mean, I would say that I only watched it because HBO was like, you have to watch this. Because every single time I would log in, I was like, oh shit, all right, and it was like,
you don't have to defend yourself against watching.
Did you like it? No, did you like it?
I thought it was good. I thought like it could have just ended like a normal romantic story and just stayed together. Like the guy got shot. Like he could like.
Oh shit! I've never seen it. You wrecked it for me.
Really? No. You never seen it?
I've never seen it.
Oh shit! When did you say that? You asked me if I liked it.
That's okay.
No, but you know
Does
what?
anybody watch The Bear?
Oh yeah, I did. I haven't watched the third.
I haven't seen that yet. I hear it's amazing.
Yeah, my wife is trying to get me to watch it.
That actor's going to play Bruce Springsteen in it.
Oh, that's not a good. That's not. I don't think that's a good fit.
Great. I think he's perfect.
Listen, Jose.
Hey, Jose, what's a band that you have no opinion on?
I have a lot. I have a lot of bands like that.
Oh man.
Like,
I bet you have the records too.
No. Like Billie Eilish, I have no opinion on her. Don't hate her. Don't like her music. Taylor Swift, don't hate her. Don't like her music. No opinion whatsoever.
All right, I'm sorry I asked. Moving on.
No, but it's true. I think that no, it was better. That I thought that soundtrack was way better than I thought it was gonna
I
be.
just texted you, Richie.
But it's one of those movies that I thought I've never seen because
I don't think I've ever seen all of The Bodyguard in one sitting.
I watched half of it and half of it today in the morning when I was having breakfast.
You live near Midtown, Mike?
Yeah, it's like a half an hour subway ride, maybe.
Let me just throw this out there. If there's any chance that be interested in coming to see one of these two bands I'm in, Dada, we're playing City Winery. This is our fourth City Winery on this tour, which is kind of. But I think it's the 22nd of August, and I totally put you on the list if you want to come.
22nd. We'll be at Syracuse. We're taking my daughter. My daughter starts college there.
That's too bad.
She'll get over it.
So you're going to be with your daughter. You're going to be with your daughter in Syracuse.
She's going to be there for 4 years.
You're going to be with her on the 23rd, on Friday the 23rd.
She moves in. Her move-in date is the 20th. We'll probably be coming home that Thursday.
Well, okay, Friday the 23rd. I want you to lift your glass and toast me for my 70th birthday. Okay?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, even though I can't come to Manhattan, but you can.
I'll cut you a break.
You know, there's not a lot of great record stores upstate New York.
Maybe I'll get like a posse together sometime, and Joey and I will do another record, or a few of us, and get a Airbnb next spring and do the show or something, or figure a time.
Yeah, I would if it was a different time, I would I'd come out to LA, but that's a
Well, I mean, there's going to be plenty of time, So
don't do it, Mike.
What date is it? You said the 22nd.
Yeah, man, 22nd.
I I'll check and make sure that I got to see when we're actually coming back. But
if you can think about it, you can text me. I can hook you up.
All right, cool. All right.
Definitely. What's the name of the record store? I only know like 2 or 3. There's one in what is it? Dark Side Records. I remember going to that one.
See how nice and tempered it is when you don't put your whole face right on the mic like that.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, I thought you were going to say when Rob's not here.
No, but because
you want to see you
just lean in,
stop. That's what we know. Stop.
I normally have it here, so you can,
I got to show you. Have you guys seen my Jose's this artifact I have because of Jose? Let me show you. Hold on.
What do you have that I? Right.
Bill Kirchen is one of my favorite guitar players, Mondo.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
This is crazy. I'm thinking about trying it.
You know, do you remember in
Ah,
Austin? Where
You know what? If you turn it again, turn it the other way. Oh, slow down. Go back. Right there. Stop. Oh.
Stop.
Were you with us when in Austin there was a place that sells all those? Like you can go and actually drink one. There's a candy store in South Congress, and they have like all of those.
I wonder if my like vintage candy store has this kind of stuff.
They might. It's like one of those like, oh shit, what is this? And you know,
guys
that's
have
the
an
place.
old
That's
candy
the candy store right on South Congress. Yeah.
If they do have it, I'm gonna open this one or open a new one and taste it. I hope it's disgusting.
I have back in 2017 when I was in New York, there was a pop up for a TV show that I love called Eric Andre's Show. I don't know if anybody knows it, but you had to drink up a bottle of ranch and then one of those ranch flavored sodas in order to get like a cap and some other stuff. And so I've tasted those. You know.
Hideous. Oh.
No, but I like ranch. It was just like it went down.
I do want to thank Louie. Like I think we're going another half hour, go up to the top of the hour. But last time I did put the live link up, and now since I didn't put the live link, we have nothing in the private chat, which is great.
That's good.
Yeah, no shit. That's how it fucking works.
So William doesn't know how to reply to horrible comments.
No, we had all these wankers coming through last time.
Maz, I got a question for you on the Mind Games big box. One of the things that comes in there is a magnet. What's the purpose of that? I know it's supposed to open something.
It's a mind game. You have to figure it out yourself.
I don't want to have to go through all
I thought you Beatles people helped each other out.
Harry, how close were you?
In other words, you don't know.
Harry, how close were you to buy that shit? Do you thought about it? Oh, you have it?
He bought it.
Oh, all right. Fuck that shit.
Table.
You know, I mean, but my problem is that too many. I know that they have different changes with the cover, but why the fuck do they have to have almost the same cover art for every single record there? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like they're
and here's a tip that you guys may not know. They are working on sometime in New York City special release.
How do you know that?
Like Frank Zappa?
Because I read an article in Go My Magazine where they talked to a fellow who worked on the construction of this box set, and they asked him. They said, "Well, everybody's upset that they skipped some time in New York City," and he said, "My reply to that is just be patient."
Yeah.
You know what's the biggest grail that I've never heard anybody talk about, like Beatle related things, is so you know Sapple, right? You know that label Sapple, the Beatles.
Oh, Zapple.
Yeah.
Zapple.
They put 2 releases out.
Yes, but they made the third one. They made the test pressing, which was Richard Brodigan.
Richard Brodigan. Yeah.
But there are test pressings, and there are no photos.
Richard Brodigan is a writer who I met him a couple of times because he would hang around North Beach, San Francisco. Big, giant, white kind of hat. He wrote Trout Fishing in America. American author. That was
Sounds like a riveting read.
No, it was.
Well,
it was in the vein of Kurt Vonnegut and that kind of stuff.
Do you have this?
I do not have that.
This is you like photography. You should get this. Before the pandemic,
I don't have every photography book.
No, I know, but this is like San Francisco, Richard Brodigan. So it's right up.
Am I in there? Because I used to stand next to him at Tosca's and drink.
Well, I don't like living in a world where Elliot Cruz knows about cocaine.
Yes. One of these photos, maybe. Can you find yourself in one of these photos?
It might be. You never know.
Elliot, you got to have the
this
right.
Is the Rolling Stone thing.
I need more of that, by the way.
Is that?
I gotta go eat dinner and finish packing because I'm out.
Have a great trip. We'll be in touch.
But these are the records that I got when I went out with Chance.
Oh yeah, how was that? You can't go yet. You gotta tell us about that.
It was awesome. Well, first off, the guy's a fucking amazing dude. He totally helped me out. I had a problem on that run. I forgot my stupid ass belt, and I only take one belt out.
Why didn't you have your belt on?
It's for my regular pants and for my stage pants, and they will both fall off without a belt. It was really lame. So he took me to Target, and I bought a piece of shit $20 belt, which I'm
Suspenders.
I'm giving it away, but it's horrible. But
Are you
anyway,
going to sign it and sell it on the merch table?
no, not everything gets signed and sold. Almost. Anyway, so he took me to a giant record store, Record Exchange, I think it's called. Anyways,
Oh, that's a big place.
oh, it was huge. It was hot as hell inside too.
Now,
Anyways,
who influenced you to buy that fucking record?
well, you were just talking about it, and it just like flew out at me, and I
Flew
went,
out at you. The guy at the bottom right is Eric Stewart, who would eventually go on to be 10cc.
right,
Groovy Kind of Love.
yeah.
It's funny. Wayne Fontana just walks out. Wayne Fontana quits the band after the first record on stage.
That's the one that is something. It's something.
No, that's a different song.
No, yeah, it's not. But this is the second press because I looked at. I mean, I haven't.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter with that.
Well, they changed the song. That's the only reason why I know.
See, I didn't know. I didn't even know that.
It's the first year, but they changed. The first press has a certain song on it, and this is the second press from the first year. It's got a different song. Blah blah blah. Anyways, pretty good condition, so I grabbed it. Everything was relatively cheap. I am just on a quest to get a fucking decent pressing of this. God, this is like my fourth copy of this. I bought that. This was cheap, so I just picked it up. And then I've never seen this version of it. I'm just hoping that one of these two doesn't have whatever is going on that the new releases of it. There's something wrong with that pressing, and I love that record. Anyways, it's just one of those stupid things that I'm hunting it down. But anyways, yeah, it was super fun with Chance. He took me around. He took me to Target. I mean, he's kind of saved the day for me. Oh yeah, I sent him a list of wines to pick up at a wine superstore. He got them. It was amazing, and he's just a fantastic guy. I can't say enough good things. And then he showed up with his son, who was here in Seattle for the Seattle show, and then I met his wife. So it was just a great
Mike,
experience.
I want to just say, I don't know if you know this, Mike. Joey is a huge wine guy.
Yeah, so. I think you told me that.
We talked about that on a street one.
Yeah.
That's why I want you to come down. But look, man, I have two daughters, bro. I totally get it if you can't come. Yep.
There you go.
Why did everybody shut up?
I look high as fuck right there. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Peace out to all you guys. Love you.
Right,
and, let me know if you can come out, and I'll hook you up.
All right, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Safe travels, man.
Yes, Mazzy. Yes.
Did you make that, Mazzy?
I did not make it.
All right.
So,
buttons on your underwear. So
at the top of the hour, at 8:00 Pacific time, we're gonna stop. But we have a good little crowd time. We had up to 140 people, down to 105 people.
No kidding, that many? Wow.
Not bad for amateurs, right? For liberal amateurs.
You know what? I think I might actually show up on Rachel's in the morning.
Good.
We had a little chat there.
Yeah. I haven't been there as well since the D-Day happened.
We won't talk. We can talk about it. I mean,
I was always called so many horrible things by people in the chat. Not Rachel, but people in the chat. And the words "I live in Jose, you live in a shit hole country" was thrown out there so many fucking times that
I will say this: whatever people think about politics and whether they like Kamala or not, Kamala has more experience than Donald Trump, Vance, Barack Obama in terms of when she has more experience already than any of those people when they got in or were nominated for. Seriously, whether you like her politics, that's a whole different story.
Well,
but she does have the experience.
And she's been a politician longer as well.
But she has the experience.
Yeah, but here, listen about this point. Hold on, this is important. Mike, what do you think about Katanga?
That's an excellent. It's an excellent.
It's called Katanga.
Oh, is
Katanga,
it?
Katanga.
I like it. I just got
Tangela.
it
I
today.
like the way
Yeah,
Louis
Tango.
reflects.
Fuck you
Mhm.
guys. I got. Hold on. Hey, you know what? I will. You know what? I have the power. Hold on a second.
Mm.
What happened?
So I
You
got
know,
this today. I
what
haven't
about
listened to it
Tonka?
yet.
Yeah.
I listened to it, but it was too quiet.
Katanga.
I
But you know the whole story behind that, right?
No. Tell me everything.
Yeah, the trumpet player Dupree Bolton,
Yeah.
basically spent most of his adult life in and out of jail.
No relation to Michael Bolton.
And he had left the scene. No one knew where he was. And then this guy is a writer, Ted Gioia, who wrote a book on West Coast jazz, basically found about his history and a little brief biography of where he came from. And but he doesn't have that many recordings. He's actually I believe he's on the recent Harold Land reissue, The Fox. He's on that. And just
he's on the Doors
Yeah.
album.
And where is Pacific Jazz on your Mount Rushmore of jazz labels? Is it better than Blue Note in your opinion?
No.
That's tough.
I'm not going to participate in that.
Oh, for fuck's sake! What are you? Are you the other Mike now?
In your top
Hey,
five.
Louis,
No, I mean I just
left coast surfer white guys is Pacific.
Oh, fucking enough. All right. I also got this. This is good. I like this.
Yeah, it's good.
It didn't blow me away, but I do like it.
didn't
I
sound
haven't
like
bought
you liked
that.
it.
I have a CD. It's actually like it's the other Kenny Dorham and that are combined that I
Mike,
got like in the 80s.
Mike, did you get the new Milford Graves box set came out? If you haven't, you should. It's
The
really
box set. What's the box set? I mean, I have the two reissues that what is it? Superior Viaduct did.
good. No,
I have
it's
that.
Yeah.
they released like an archival thing. It's
Louis?
Charles Gale.
Oh,
William Parker.
I was talking to Dave about that. I have to reevaluate Charles Gale because he's just not a favorite of mine.
Yeah,
But I saw him live.
That's a good title.
And it just
This is amazing.
for me.
This is a tone poet, but it's
he
an
died
amazing.
like a year ago.
This is this is a transition label. This is an amazing record.
That looks like Smith's cover album. But I mean, check it out.
And I just got this too.
I think it's
Jack
one of those
record.
box sets that might go up in price in a year or two.
And Dave said I think Dave said it was online, so I might stream it and then check it out because I saw Charles Gale. He opened for Sonny Simmons. This is years ago.
Okay.
And he had he did this performance. It was called Streets the Clown. And he had the rubber nose on, and he was playing like a toy trombone, and it just
I mean, to be honest, I think I've said it here before as well, but the only type of jazz that I am interested in is the weirder side of jazz.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still like other stuff that are more contained, right?
Yeah.
But
You just don't get it, man.
No, I get it. It's just I don't like things that are on the edge of being generic. So the type of jazz that I listen to, it's the exploratory type of jazz that doesn't
I'm just
even want to fucking go there. And you can still have melodies. You can still have. I mean, it doesn't have to be like that crazy of a free jazz.
This to me is one of the most.
Like I love William Parker, so that's right there. That's
Now, a couple things. This is beautiful. I love this, and it's obviously not a orchestra in the sense of orchestra. It's horn orchestra. It's like an 8-piece or whatever. But I need to get this out of my system. Okay, this reminds me of like Central Park, New York. I don't know if that's what it's depicting. Who the fuck does this remind you of?
Somebody who can't
Donald
paint.
Trump.
Donald Trump. I thought of that too. I mean, okay, I'm not the only one, right? I mean, when he way back when he was a thin guy, not recently, but
that whole painting, like that cover reminded me of, it's like, what's that guy who did the children's book?
Shel Silverstein? No.
Shel Silverstein?
Ezra Jack Keats or whatever. That's what it reminded me of.
This is so good. I mean, Johnny Hodges and Ben Webster, the two of them on this. I just love this record. It's traditional, but it's beautiful, but it's a little big. This is the Acoustic Sounds series. So I think Chad does nice stuff.
I don't like the spacing on that hyphen, so I won't listen to it.
You know what? You know what? Well, that's why you don't like Bob Dylan, I guess. He has a lot of fucking hyphen shit in the beginning. I will say that my biggest problem sometimes with like Chad's picks is that, like he said it 1,000 times, he only releases stuff that he absolutely wants to.
Except with the Atlantic 75, he had to do some stuff.
No, yeah, of course, right?
And he was surprised that it sold well.
Yeah. No, yeah, but the problem is that sometimes the picks he had, can you imagine him in a meeting? Like, they already pressed those Waltz for Devi and Live at the Village. Can you imagine him just going like, that doesn't matter, man. We'll do it the best ones we can.
I will say, I'm not a fan of those, but I think they're selling well. So
it sounds like a dream.
Of course they will, but you know what? The problem is how many they made for that. Because the ones that he has done less,
5,000. No,
yeah, but the ones he has done less of, he sold out faster.
Of course,
which of course, no, of course, yeah, of course, right? But I think that's a better way of doing it than making 10,000 or how many ages.
Yeah, but I think the key is, I know this has been a discussion with the Rhinos and other things. You can say, look, we're going to do 3,000 or 5,000 numbered, okay? Limited numbered edition. But remember, think of it. What did I just say? Limited numbered edition. It doesn't mean I can't do unnumbered editions after I sell out those 3
or even imaginarily numbered editions.
Exactly. I mean, Rhino has 5,000 of their.
Well, that's what MoFi does sometimes. They don't even have like a number.
I don't think there's anything wrong. The only people who are going to get pissed off are people who buy these for investment, flipping, and value. If that's how you're buying your records, fuck you.
Yeah, good.
I'm
fuck
not buying it for the music, and I have no sympathy. If you bought something just for the sake of investment, flipping, and value.
But they always do. Like, for example, that,
could you imagine being a business owner where you're successful and you have a solid belief that you're going to continue to be, and then also being able to do literally whatever you wanted and having it also be your favorite hobby? That would be dream.
Yes, but as an owner of a label, if you have the possibility of doing something you love, that's great. But sometimes you have to listen to, like, all right, I already have this fan base, and they already giving me all these titles that they want.
In what circumstances do you have to listen to any of that?
Yeah, well, for example, I've in my label, when I've done records that people recommend me, and I've done my research, and I've seen a lot of people like commenting like, I want this on vinyl, blah blah blah. I've done better on those ones than the ones that I just blindly say.
Yeah, but better to you means made money. He does probably not care all that much.
Whichever jazz bum, I don't know which jazz bum is commenting there, but whichever jazz, the bottom line is record companies, their business is to sell records, and their artists want them to sell records. So they should sell as many records as possible. But they're not going to press unlimited amounts, because in these days, if you press, like, if you say you're going to press 50,000 or 10,000 records, they're going to sit around for,
And by the way,
Mike, can you comment on this?
The rumor is that the new UHQR is
so sad.
The Who?
I disagree. You think it's the Who?
The rumor that I heard is Who's next.
I think it's the Doors.
I think it's the They.
Why would they do the Doors when they've already done like killer versions?
Because people who are into UHQRs want UHQR.
I don't know. Okay, we'll see.
What do you mean, you people, Mazzy?
I said
hope it is
the people who want
What did you
UHQR.
say exactly?
And by the way, if anybody,
I'm going to say this. I'm really offended by Donald Trump saying that
All right.
Jews who support Democrats are not real Jews.
You're
know,
like a sniper with these opportunities.
Mazzy, that's the type of stuff Trump always says.
That's what I said. Trump said that.
No, I know. What I will say is that if
Kamala
anybody
hates the Jews, even though she's married to a Jew.
If anybody wants a copy of those Bob Marley UHQ, they still are selling them if you email them to Gong Talk.
Well, but they're mostly
Gong.
I mean, they're hard
Yeah,
to get.
because and I saw online someone
Give us
that
like
they were
50
coming back through
Jamaica.
right, yeah,
And the airport.
and they picked up I think
Those are really good though. Those I have those too. Those are really
I have those too.
Yeah, I have them too. And then I have the other the whole
White Stripes.
I use the boxes.
The whole set of
Aqualung.
Marley
Aqualung.
stuff.
Oh,
No, the whole Marley stuff that they did.
Exodus.
Also.
I think
We may be.
I
John.
think that the worst UHQR and the first one that I bought was Aqualung. That was horrible. I had to get 2 replacements because the records skipped on my turntable.
Hey, Zach Amani, I'm not a fake Jew. I'm a real Jew, but I'm a cultural Jew. Not like I use my Judaism for the times. For the
no one's questioning your Judaism.
In other words, you
well,
eat
apparently
bacon.
someone is. Someone is.
I'm also
you're one of
Jewish, but people question me just because I'm not white. But people don't know that Jewish people are not fucking white.
I have Jewish relatives in Mexico City.
Dude,
What was it that Zappa said? He said,
Coors
"I'm
Light
not
doesn't
black,
think people can
sometimes
tell
I
if their
wish
beer
I
is
were
cold.
white."
Like, fucking,
Coors Light. Oh, that's terrible. I have a question. Is there like anything, just let's say reissues, that anyone is actually looking forward to?
Ween chocolate and cheese coming out.
You mean
this
stuff
Friday.
that we would like
I
to
want-
see, or
I
stuff
want that.
No, the stuff that's
It's
actually
triple-
scheduled to come out.
Triple LP and Rhino's doing it, and it's sold out everywhere. But you can
What is
get
it?
it.
What is it?
Ween's chocolate and cheese. It's sold out everywhere, but you can get it in fucking Chat's website on Acoustic Sounds. So
Okay, the
on Amazon
Rhino,
as well.
the Rhino August Hi-Fi, which is a multi-disc set, is sitting there on the couch next to me. I can't say what it is. And I think it's really interesting. I think some people are going to love it, and some people are going to go, like they usually do.
Can I say that Rachel's comment when she's not on panel just makes me a little laugh because it's like my aunt when I see her.
Rachel,
on
I sent you
Facebook.
the link. You're welcome to come up if you want, if you can find that link.
Can she does? Because to be honest,
We're going
it
to
just
be
sounds
here
like my
until
aunt.
the top of the hour for another 12 minutes, so you can come in and hang out. But anyway, I think Rhino's doing great stuff. Their shipping thing has been atrocious. They're getting better at it, but it's still kind of fucked up.
Rhino's doing the Weens.
I've heard of some of the things. They have some really cool things coming up the pike. But this one, I'm really curious the reaction is going to be on this thing. I haven't listened to it yet. I'm going to listen to it starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
You know what I'm looking forward to is I don't know if any of you guys know who Joe Henry is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're starting to reissue like next month. They're reissuing Civilians, which is one of the.
Wow.
I
saw him here with he produced, and I saw him with that train
with
folk
Billy Bragg.
Yeah.
I saw him at Lincoln Center. They had like this American songwriters thing, and he was at Jazz at Lincoln Center, and he was freaking. It was a phenomenal show. I mean, it was a really phenomenal show. But he had this because I had thought of him lately because Willie Mays died, and he had this like great song on like Willie Mays, like he met Willie Mays in a Home Depot in like Scottsdale, Arizona, and it was freaking amazing.
Hey, Richie.
Somebody just asked me what movie I recommended earlier, so can you just show me big for a second? This is one of my favorite films of the year, Wim Wenders' Perfect Days. It's about a story of this public toilet cleaner in Tokyo, and it sounds weird, but Wim Wenders,
who's an audiophile.
It's a wonderful movie. He made American Friend.
I you're talking about in the movie.
Yeah, he is.
He made Paris, Texas, Buena Vista Social Club, American Friend, Until the End of the World. Wings of Desire.
Mazzy,
Great.
am I wrong saying that he's an audiophile, the guy that cleans the toilets?
Yeah. Well, I'm not. Yeah, you watch the movie. You know?
I already watched it.
Okay.
But
hey,
I
he
think people
ruined
would
Bodyguard for you, Mazzy. You got to ruin this one for him.
No, I already saw it. You know what I
Ruined
haven't
it for me, Mazzy, because I'm not going to watch it.
Oh God! So one of these days,
Amazing.
Dick and Norm's radio record reviews or movie reviews will come. I want to do a shout out. There's someone in the peanut gallery, a guy named John. I'm going to pronounce his name wrong. John Mavrodis, who's an amazing artist. I don't want to show. He sent me a project, but I know you guys remember. I bought this print of Bob Dylan. I'm going to get it. Fuck you.
Well, Massy's gone. Has anybody seen Long Legs? That's a good movie.
No, man.
It's a horror movie. You like horror movies, Richie? You sort of look like you do, right?
You mean Jane Fonda?
Hey, make me big, okay?
He left. Louis left, Mazzy.
Okay, I'll do it. I can do it. Okay, John did this.
That's nice.
Oh, nice.
But what's great about it, all these lyrics to all his songs, not all of them, but our songs are in the illustration.
Is the black hair when he said the N-word in
right. No, but he's amazing. He's done a lot of book covers.
It really is.
Book covers, magazine covers, albums, and things like that. And I'm going to embarrass him here, but seriously, he does these limited edition prints of different things. He's working on. He does a lot of things. Go to his site. I don't have it linked here, but he's in the comments. John Mavrodis, and he accosted me at Tunnel Records in San Francisco a couple years ago. But he's a watcher. But we know of the same people because we used to have an illustration division where we're not only photographers, we represent illustrators.
Tell him to drop a link if he has a link.
If you have a link, put a link, John, put a link in the comments. I don't know if these people are cheap asses. They probably don't buy art, but he seriously, I bought this. I didn't get it for free. I'm not a shill. I am a shill.
You are a shill.
I don't believe you.
You do show.
This is number 66 out of 200. I get from record companies, but I support independent artists when I can. But put a link of your website in the comments there. And seriously, his stuff is beautiful. Yeah. So you can send me the next print.
Drop a link.
If you could send me the next print. See, there it is. It's always hiding in there somewhere.
I'm kidding.
Here you go. Here's his.
Oh.
There you go.
Where is it?
You send the link?
Well, that's his username. Let's see.
No, but put his link to his website.
Yeah. Let me try to find that. Okay.
Somebody said that you need a wrench. Oh no, he doesn't have to. I don't know. There's confusion. There's confusion. He can post a link. No wrench. All right. Well, there's a Craft Recordings is doing Chalino Sanchez record that I'm also.
That takes you to his YouTube.
Yeah, of course. I live in the northern part. My wife is from Sinaloa, so of course I like that shit. Well, she doesn't actually listen.
If he just had a gun on him, he would have been okay.
What?
Right at that concert though, when he got killed.
Well, he didn't got killed in the concert. He got killed after the
concert. Yes. Well, if he was on stage with the. Are you not following my logic?
He probably did have a gun.
I can't.
Hey,
hold on a second. Somebody, I'm going to send this link. I just sent you the link to the group.
Don't try to multitask, man.
Fluffy. There's a great documentary of Chalino Sanchez. There's a app from here in Mexico. It's a streaming service called VIX, VIX, VIX Plus, and they have a series, and they talk about with his wife, her daughter, and they go to their actual place where he was born and everything. It's really good. The first episode, it's free on YouTube to watch.
I have a wrench. I'm the fucking owner here.
Zenpop.com. Zenpop.com.
It's Zenpop. Yeah. Someone put it in here.
Where am I right now?
ZENPOP.
It took two. It took two of you.
.com.
There we go.
I love it. I love it.
Fluffy,
Okay.
that's the link.
Buy some fucking art. Buy some posters.
Whoa,
Spend
like,
a couple
man,
hundred
You know what?
bucks.
Can I say that sometimes I love when records come with a poster, but I never fucking ever put them up or do anything with them.
they're all folded and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're all
look,
folded.
Hey, those Beatle prints.
But those were not on a record.
No, Life Look magazine, $6.50, and now they're worth a shitload.
Mazzy, is that a real cowhide?
No, that is not a real cowhide. That is fur. It's like a faux.
Is that real fur?
I just found this poster the other day, and I don't have the record for it.
Oh, that's the 78 thing. Yeah.
I like that concert. I think that concert gets hated upon a lot, but I think it's pretty nice.
I love it too. That's the 78 Budokan.
Apparently 4, Elliot.
Well, I got a link like an hour after I asked for one today, so.
Hey, that's my fault. Sorry, I guess.
No, don't worry. But there's a lot of good records that I love having posters, and I wish there was a better way of just like getting rid of the wrinkles, but you actually
Yeah, it's because you can't even iron it or anything. Like, there's no way.
I've tried and I ruined like a lot of posters like that.
But I bought I can't recall what it is. It was an album from Bandcamp, and they sent a poster, but they sent it separately in the tube.
Oh, that's great.
That's cool.
That's when it's like, I'm guessing they put it up like as a print. But
Yeah.
you know, sometimes I sell a lot on Bandcamp. That's where I sell most of the things. And people do complain. There was a guy that asked me like a month ago, like, "Hey, I didn't got the insert." I was like, "Well, all the records are shrink wrap, so I don't, you know." And he was like, "Can you send me one?"
Yeah. Let me
And
see
I
if
was like, international shipping for something for like just a page. I was like, man, can I refund you?
It's hard. I mean, most people don't have a lot of wall space. I have photographs from photographers I represented and photographers they've given me or I bought, and I just can't put everything up. I have a lot up, but at some point, you can't put everything up on the wall.
My favorite part of this story so far is, Mazzy, when you said most people don't have a lot of wall space.
No, the only thing is, our only hope is when Rob is on, he's got that big blank space behind his head.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like send him shit to put up there.
We have lots of wall space at my house, but me and my wife cannot agree on what is good. What I think is good, she thinks shit.
Yeah. Maybe you need to pick like she gets this room, you get that room, she gets this room. You know, that kind of
a movie poster that maybe you both like.
Nah, movie posters.
The Bodyguard soundtrack.
That's like for teeny boppers, you know.
Yeah, I know.
If I'm gonna put something on the wall, it's gonna be like art.
Like, what would you want up there?
A Picasso.
A painting.
Yeah.
Well, you can get something local. Is there?
I have paintings.
All right.
But they're all under the fucking bed.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, you have an answer. You have stuff to put up.
Oh yeah, I have stuff to put up.
Is there
all
any
my posters
local
on the garage wall?
Are there any local artists?
That's where the naked ladies go usually.
On posters.
I used to like going to my friend Ron Toby's house because his dad had all these naked lady pictures in the garage.
Actually, that's not true. But when I was in the record business, I would get, okay, this is going to sound snooty, but after a while, I'm so fucking tired of waiting in line for like when there's 50, 100 people in line to try to get like at a Chinese. There's certain restaurants in San Francisco. There was this.
So far, doesn't sound snooty at all. Keep going.
No, Nanking. Nanking is in all the tourist books. It's really good Chinese food, but it's literally a tiny place.
I have
Manzi only goes to restaurants where it says hats required.
It's right on Kearney by Coppola's Flatiron building across the street, and it's really good. But you go there, there's like 50 to 60 people in line. House in Nanking, exactly. I would never fucking wait in line. I'd go around the corner to Brandy Ho's Hunan. There's never a line. Is it as good? I don't know, but I like Hunan.
Preach.
Chinese. But you're right. I can't wait in line for a restaurant or for people here that wait in line for fucking donuts and bread and bakery shit. I don't get
coffee. Yeah.
Okay, so this is an original painting that not only was Jerry Miller a great guitarist, but he was also an artist. and this is one of his paintings that a friend of mine bought.
Oh,
Looks digital. Is it digital or is it actually painted?
Oh, it's painted. It's
a photo.
Yeah.
It's a photo. Of
It's a phone, Mazzy. You're gonna look better.
Hey,
okay. I'm going to say this to like artists like John. Being a former now photo agent, illustration agent, the thing that's wrecked it, all these like, iPhone apps and digital AI stuff that everyone thinks they can create original art as good as these people. Like John, I know. I mean, this is painstakingly. I mean, doing all this stuff. I mean, whether he part of it, I guess you were part digital too, whatever. But all the
That's
time,
nice.
isn't this great? I mean,
Yeah.
he has different color variants of this, and he does other people. He's doing Kamala now, so you could buy Kamala probably.
Wow.
Too.
Wait, isn't Kamala's married?
I don't
isn't
want
she?
to put her on my wall. That's for sure.
I wanted to buy this during the pandemic, but I think the photographer died, so I never got it.
What's more when the photographer died? What is it? I can't see it.
It's
Who
a
is
Richard Brodigan on the post.
Oh, I've seen that picture.
Yeah, so I
Does it say who took a picture?
Yeah, it's this guy, Eric Weber.
Oh, okay, Eric Weber.
But so I contact him before the pandemic, and I don't know if he passed away or something. But
Well, there's an estate. You should find out because now sometimes it goes more expensive.
I've emailed the email that
what's that a picture of?
It's Richard Brodigan, the writer.
It's an outtake of Trout Fishing in America, the book. It's just one of my favorite books. So here's the actual cover. This is the actual cover of the book.
That's the book cover. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's like
he used to wear a bigger hat. He had a big brim hat.
It was like outtakes.
He'd hang out with all the drunk writers from the San Francisco Chronicle, at Tosca's, and at what's that club? There used to be the club on the corner of the bar on the corner of Howard and Fifth, I think it is.
They say the mind is the first thing to go, man.
No, the newspaper writers would hand at there's bars next to newspapers. There's one on.
They don't have newspapers anymore. We have the internet now.
I know.
By the way, can I recommend a documentary? There's a Judy Sills documentary.
No, moving on.
I don't think you know who the fuck Judy Sills is.
I know Judy Sills.
All the trendy people know who she is, man.
Yeah, only the trendy people. But it's a really good documentary. It's on streaming now. I think it's on Apple. Whatever it is.
My generation, there were a lot of these books that were kind of hip in high school and freshman year of college, like Richard Brodigan and Kurt Vonnegut.
Michael McClure.
Yeah, Michael McClure, the poet. But even in high school, the big sci-fi book in high school, when I was in junior high school and high school, the big book that what everybody read was Stranger in a Strange Land by Robert Heinlein, Grokking, Water Brothers. Remember, all the David Crosby was in that.
I didn't
book.
read any of those.
No.
I used to read Herman Hesse.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Like Steppenwolf?
Yeah, Steppenwolf.
Siddhartha.
Yeah.
Waterhouse 5.
That's Kurt Vonnegut. That's Kurt Vonnegut. Yeah.
When I was in university, which is when you should read Kurt Vonnegut, a friend of mine.
We don't know, Jeff.
I don't know. A friend of mine gave me a really good first pressing of Cat's Cradle, and I promised that whenever I found the girl that I was going to marry, I was going to give that. I was going to give that book, and when I met my wife, I gave it to her. So,
Here you go.
I think those are books that you should read when you're young. I don't know if I would revisit them now that I'm older, but.
I'm going to close out here, but I'm in ending. I'm going to say, the Zen and Art and Motorcycle. We talked about.
That's a great book.
Yeah. But in ending here, I started this at the very beginning saying 3 weeks from today, I'm going to the UK. In 1978, when I first went to Europe and I backpacked through Europe and I went through the UK and the continent and went to Yugoslavia, which was Yugoslavia then, because I went to where my father was born in Kotor, south of Dubrovnik, when it was Yugoslavia. Surprised him because he hadn't been there since he was 11. But I started reading all these books that I totally missed in college. and that were to me part of the European experience. I read Hemingway, obviously the bullfighting books in Spain, and I read Alice B. Toklas, the expatriates, the artist thing. And that was something when you're like 20, I was 22, 23 then. It was kind of a fun thing to read on the trains in Europe. And I'm getting sentimental here and coming back full circle here from the beginning 2 hours of this stream. So I'm going to end it here. But that's the thing that, read a fucking book. Get off of these live streams and read a fucking book. Don't buy another fucking reissue of Rumors. Don't buy a fucking another.
Don't buy Bill Evans.
Don't buy another reissue of Mind Games.
Exactly.
Don't spend $1,000 on that.
It's more than that.
What a waste of them.
$1,300
money that is.
The worst thing about
At
having
least
it
Rumors
always
is a
that it
good
takes up
album.
So much room. How are you going to put it?
But you got to have a sense of humor about it. It's funny how when in the comments of these things, there's a small
make them
percentage.
big. Make them big.
No, hold on. Yeah, sorry, hold on. There.
There's a small
No,
percentage.
not
of
him. Yeah, there you go. That looks good. That's my kind of gal right there.
Hey, by the way, Louis, before we go, all the Neil Young conversation, if you really hate his singing, maybe just listen to If I Could Only Remember My Name, the David Crosby record.
I'm being like 50%. I'm being like 50% an asshole about it. I need to fill in some of the.
No, but for real, listen to David Crosby's "If I Can Only Remember Your Name." It's basically a Neil Crosby, Still Nash and Young record. It's basically a lot of other people's records.
Airplanes are on it. All these.
Yeah, you can
like do it,
message me on Insta. I'll make a playlist right now.
I wish I like that album. But I wish it had more songs like the Cowboy Movie on it.
Oh yeah, that's
it has too much of that la bullshit.
Well, what's your favorite Art Garfunkel record, Girly Richie?
Breakaway, and then
Breakaway.
I like Breakaway.
That's one of my favorite things I love about Richie. He's got this reputation as the punk guy, the LA punk guy. Go Dodgers! Hello, this is Vinyl Richie. Okay. That whole thing. But he loves Richie. Okay. But he loves
Richie here. How you doing?
Hey, Matthew, you mentioned books, and people are talking about books in the thing and the chat. There's one book
That's
I
my second
recommend.
favorite.
It's by this guy, Percival Everett. It's called, I can't remember the name of it, but it's the retelling. I think it's called Jim. It's the retelling of Huck Finn from Jim's point of view.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Wow. It's kind of like this the second camera angle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
That would be a pretty interesting book. If it's well written, that would be pretty cool. I wouldn't
read a fucking book.
Growing up,
even a biography. If
I love it when you just start yelling at your audience. It's my
the last time I read a book was.
They're all
I don't
dumb.
do these
They're all
live
dumb.
streams very often, and I think.
Thanks for coming to the stream. Now, fucking go read a book.
I feel really good about this stream tonight. This was a well-rounded stream. No women tonight, unfortunately, but I appreciate you all like getting on here. And
now, don't go getting all sentimental.
Hey, before we go, don't forget I'm an extra large. that Yoko shirt. You're gonna get me that Yoko Ono shirt.
What do you want?
What do you got?
The box set comes with a shirt or what? Is that it?
Oh, look at this. This is terrible.
Horrible comment.
Okay, I'm going to say good night, everybody.
Okay, good night, everyone. Thank you for watching, and thank you, everyone, for contributing. It's fun. We'll do these maybe every 2 weeks for the time being.
Okay.
Just consult your producer first, for fuck's sake. Jesus.
Okay. I always pick the wrong thing. It's funny. Harry did this like a week ago, and his stream was going for like an hour later.
I turned it off, and I said exit, and I exited.
I
did
it too, where we were talking. We had a weird. We had
And
this
I couldn't
weird
shut it down. I ended up having to reboot my computer before
We had a weird psycho
it
killer.
would not shut down.
We had a weird psycho
He's
killer
over there
on.
picking his nose and kicking the dog. You know,
Unfortunately, I
shit,
was
I'm
like
still
that.
on.
Oh.
Okay,
Matthew
good
loves
night.
you.
Later, guys.
Hold on.